Shout out to Southside Rock.
You hear that? You can't stop the rain when it starts to fall. You can't stop the rain. No.
What was going on, people? It's another episode of What's on My Brain. I'm your host, AC Slater.
What it do is your boy, comedian Wats.
And we got us a special guest here. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Stole off Kevin Hahn's page.
Definitely did. You told us to go check the page, and we did. And we're gonna steal a couple more.
Yes. Okay. Go ahead, introduce yourself. Let them know where they can reach you at. And like I always say, the links will be in the description, people, so y'all can find her and get in contact.
So for those of you who don't know me or have seen me on social media, my name is Shelly. My real name is Ishelle, but I go by Shelly. Like that. Just call me Shelly.
We got Shelly in the building, people.
So, my Facebook is Shelly Belly. Like, y'all probably see me on Facebook cracking hella jokes, or on Instagram posting spiritual shit, Shelly B. So, it's _ Shelly with 2 Y's B. So, make sure y'all check me out. Follow me, and, I interact with y'all.
I mean, we got Shelly in the building. It's another chilling with the homies, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel like we're in the gang already,
we did a lot of talking off camera. We appreciate you coming through on time. Yeah, I actually had to push her back because I just woke up. I woke up to see the 4:45. When
you pushed me back, I was in the middle of doing my makeup. So I was like, I don't want to tell these people that I'm going to be late. And he was like, can you come 30 minutes later? I'm like, absolutely. Now I'm going to bake my face.
Yeah, okay. So I'm like, I woke up
and I had to call this guy.
I woke up on a nap. I woke up. You know how you wake up on a nap and look at what's going on? I'm like,
listen, what the fuck? If I hadn't did my morning running around, I probably wouldn't sleep too because I got off work at 11:30 and then went to sleep at like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning.
I'm like,
I got off at 7:45 and I ain't go to sleep till about 10 o'clock. Yeah. But I'm off today, tomorrow too, but we're supposed to be shooting both days. Just working, man. We're working for you.
Yeah, we're working, man.
This is your second job right here.
Yeah, we're on the ground at episode 100. We about.
Congratulations, guys. I'm glad I'm here on an even number. Centennial. So this gotta be special.
I don't think this is episode 100.
100 episodes deep, like
not yet. We at like.
Hopefully you maybe.
I thought I was a centennial guy.
No, you might be an even number.
I'll make sure you're even number if you want that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just make sure I'm an even number.
Okay, all right, we got you.
Okay. That's a spiritual thing now.
Okay. Spirit finger.
I forgot my Palo at home. I was gonna burn. I see y'all burn incense. I was gonna burn some Palo here to bring in the good energy, good money in for y'all.
Light as a feather, stiff as a board. Light as a feather.
Okay. If y'all want to show, I'll make sure levitate.
Craft was my shit, man. I can't watch it. I be seeing that shit on Hulu.
Remake.
They make Craft over?
Yeah.
Nah, that first one fucked me up when I was a kid, yo.
That was fire. The girl that had the burns when she turned.
When she was like fucking with her, thinking that her hair was coming out and shit.
What are you guys talking about? I haven't
Craft. You haven't seen Craft.
It's a movie.
No.
About witches.
What the hell?
It's old. It's like.
Well, how old is it? You gotta remember, I'm a 90s baby. Like.
It's like in the 90s.
90s, like what, late 90s?
Middle.
Yeah,
around there. I'm still a baby. I'm 92. So.
The movie probably came out like 95.
But just because y'all told me this, and I got my legal website that I watch movies on, I'm gonna look for it. And I'm watching.
Well, you watch Craft because it's someone that's into like the spiritual.
Yeah.
What I call it.
You got a spell book.
Yeah, I do, guys. Let me show y'all.
Cards. Good.
I got a spell book. As some of y'all know, if y'all do know me, but if y'all don't know, I do work in the other realm. I'm not gonna say the occult because I don't work in the occult. I do tarot readings. I am very connected to my spiritual side, so I'm a very spiritual person. I wouldn't say like I'm overly spiritual, I wouldn't say like I'm overly spiritual, like on like my Erykah Badu shit, like because I'm still. Okay. I have a balance of like my life. Like I'm still, I still do my regular shit. Like I still eat pork. I'm not gonna hold y'all. Pork got a
What is wrong with pork?
Apparently some people, but I don't think that's a thing for like us. I just think because pigs are so close to us, people find that like eating it is like almost like cannibalism. But a lot of people don't eat meat because they feel like it's cruel to animals. I feel like everything on this earth was meant for us to consume, use, and be utilized as a resource. So if it's here for me to eat that shit and I could fry up some bacon, I'm gonna fry me up some bacon.
Listen, I can't eat bacon no more, but
Well, you said it's close to like humans, so like that.
Well, I mean, let me.
So
when I say that,
skin up.
because I work. Also, another thing about me is that I work in the medical field, so I do study anatomy. I do study a lot of scientific things, and my end goal in like my career is to become in infection control and learn about the full body and things that work with our systems. So one of the things that I do is like look up things that are happening in the medical community, and they just implanted I think a pig kidney or liver into a person, and it worked. It actually worked.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, we can look this up
pig
at some point in
kidneys,
time.
monkey hearts and all this.
Yeah, so it's like all of the things on this planet are here for us to be used as some form of resource. Like we have the ocean plentiful with marine life. So I'm gonna use everything here. That's what the universe told me to do.
That's
like,
fucking, I want a pig's
that
heart.
Scares me is the ocean.
You know, honestly, that scares me too. Like one of my greatest fears, and it's one of my irrational fears, I'm afraid of giant squids, and they live in the deep sea. Anything that comes from the deep sea, I feel like is worse than anything that would come from space.
I'm scared of boats.
Yeah, because you got to think about it, how deep that fucking ocean goes.
By the time something from out the atmosphere hits the earth, we already see it coming. Something can slither out the ocean, reproduce, learn how to use its lungs in a way to think, because they live in a pressurized cabin. Like literally, that's like living in a pressurized capsule. They can come out and literally take over the world. Do you listen? I be going on benders about like.
Okay, so your
ocean has only 5% of the ocean has been like explored.
Did y'all see like earlier this year when they were blowing up shit in the ocean, like where they were bombed? I don't think they were doing it because of research. I think they found something down there and was blowing that shit up because they also discovered giant skeletons too. So it's like I feel like they discovered like whether it's a lost city or like some kind of species that is threatening. Because we are literally the number one predators right now. We are the apex predators of the world right now, literally.
Yeah.
Like,
are we though?
No, and that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Like, I feel like if other animals weren't stunted in their evolution, they would take over. Like, when I say I'm afraid of giant squids, the reason why I say that is because I study cephalopods, which are the family group of like octopus and stuff like that. Oh. So, yes.
Pause.
Okay.
This is freaky right now.
Yeah, we're taking this pod to a whole other level.
Because of that. Because I just was watching something about a guy studying
But I feel like we're all being fed the same information just to let us know, like, okay, y'all, don't let that go over your head. Like, because when I started researching about cephalopods, it was because I wanted to see if there were animals that were as smart as humans. Yeah. And when you look at cephalopods, the only thing they cannot do is vocally communicate. Other than that, they can literally learn shit. And the only reason why they haven't evolved as a species is because cephalopods, when I say cephalopods,
what are those?
Octopus with families and things like that.
Yeah.
Octopus are probably
intelligent.
Yeah, the octopus are the most highly intelligent cephalopods out of the cephalopods. Yeah. Octopus, the only reason why they haven't advanced as a species, because I feel like as a species, they would probably outlive humans. Like, they would probably fuck us up. Is one, because of their lifespan. Octopus only live for 3 to 5 years, at the most 8. At the most 8.
The camouflage effect.
Yes. The men get eaten by the women, like, after they mate. So, literally, they have, like, an extra limb that is a penis or, like, a sperm pod. And the women rip that off and then eat them alive. Wow. Then the women octopus, the female octopus, they don't eat for the time that their eggs are incubating under them. They will starve themselves to give all of their body resources and nutrients to their eggs. So when their eggs hatch, the kids will either eat them or they will go out and get eaten by a predator. And then they can't pass on anything that they've learned in their lifetime to their children. But from what I've seen in the last documentary that I watched, I don't know if it was National Geographic, but it was something on YouTube. And basically they said that now octopus are starting to learn from us because we've actually infiltrated them, like their habitats. And we go down there. They remember people, and some of them are starting to live longer. Like, some of them live longer. They're not social creatures, but now they're more social. You'll find octopus in groups. That's why they were saying that they were intelligent, but they weren't evolving because they were like, what is it? Hermits. Like, they're like isolated creatures. Like, they do not. The only time they get together is when they mate. That's it. And the females, they won't mate like with one person. They will literally rip off like 5, 6 sperm pods and choose the best one that they see fit. So they will kill 5, 6 octopus for no reason.
Wow. But talking about you test my shit, I ain't the best. You still gonna eat me? Like, let me go. Let me
just
swim off.
For wasting the time, and I that resonated.
Let me swim off somewhere.
I think that's why I got into it, because that resonated with me so much. Like them and praying mantises. I'm like, to kill a man after you serve your purpose. Like, you gave me this nut. All right, you're dead. That's it.
Okay.
I couldn't.
Sex is horrible, and you stab him.
Like, pretty much. Like, it's like, you gave me some weak dick. I'm gonna kill you.
And it's in their nature, so it ain't like they can't.
They can't stop. It's literally their nature. Like, I feel that's what I'm saying with evolution.
I heard that they say it's supposed to be a giant squid underneath Antarctica.
There is. Okay, so Antarctica itself, like, listen, I'll come back another
That is
time
the
and talk about.
freakiest.
Because I'm about to say,
One of
That's
the
another thing.
conspiracy theories. Antarctica is the motherland of conspiracy
Listen, let me
theories.
tell you, there is a whole race of people that live on the other side of Antarctica, outside of the base that they have set up in the one part of Antarctica. Yeah. Antarctica literally has a flag. A flag. Did y'all know that? It has a flag. It has its own flag. As a continent and a country, they have a flag.
Okay? Had to live there.
The scientists that live there, they have to sign so many different agreements and get vetted in so many different ways before they can go down there, because that's okay. So as y'all can see, like me talking about all this shit, I'm a science major. Like that was my study when I was in high school, college. Like my major was in science. Like it was in biology, and then it was also in the weather. I'm very intrigued by the weather. Like my dream goal when I was a kid was to be a storm chaser. So
my goal as a kid, I always wanted to be a psychologist.
Yeah, I wanted to be a storm chaser. Like, I wanted to go out and film tornadoes and hurricanes.
No, I was never with none of that bullshit. Yeah, I found that funny as hell, where I got to stand out there like, there's a fucking hurricane, it's high. I mean, you out there.
That's a news person.
But you can. I used to like that too. But the thing about being a storm chaser, because like I'm into like all like that. I think that's my Aquarius side of me. Like in my being a Capricorn, I'm all about money. Yeah. But my Aquarius side of me likes to see things on the other side of life. Like I don't want to be a conventional person. Like I don't like conventional things. Like I don't want to do the normal shit. So like being like a storm chaser, like I literally can be in the middle of a tornado, like the F5 tornado, watching it and selling this footage that nobody else can get because nobody wants to go into a tornado. You just said it. Who the fuck would want to really go be in the middle of a tornado? I sell that to a news station for $100K.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Well, listen, I'm the queen of bags too. Like I'm the queen of like learning and turning shit into a bag. Like that is literally me. Like I'm that person. Yeah. I know. My tarot is a bag. Like me doing readings for people. Like when I was doing them for profit, that was a big bag for me. Like and the only reason why I stopped was because I was going to school, so I couldn't dedicate as much time and energy into that because I had started school. Like I went to Rutgers for a month, and then I quit because I was like, I'm one of those kids. Like I'm like the gifted people that's like. Yeah,
me also. In school, I was good at reading and writing, and I could tell stories and write stories easily.
Yeah, I'm a writer too.
But I used to fall asleep in class, and they used to complain. But my grades was up.
Yeah,
I remember.
I was in honors for
They called my mom to school one time because I fell asleep during the whole class. We just started a new math segment, new math chapter in our book, and like none of the other lessons led up to it or nothing. I slept through the whole class, woke up, took a pop quiz, and got 100. They called my mom in and said that I was not using my talent all the way, that I was bullshitting in class and stuff like that.
Yeah, because
I'm capable, but. School bored me. I know.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's probably
seconds to learn. If it take me a day to learn, would take somebody 4 days.
Yeah, school's is not for the unconventional learner. There's so many different learning styles, and school is for one learning style.
Yeah,
show
like,
me. That's
I'm a touch person. Like I'm a hands-on learner. So like if you show me one time how to do something, I can do that shit. That's
I'm different. You gotta show me maybe at least like 3 times.
Nope. You show me one time, maybe twice.
If I'm under pressure, one time, yeah. If it was new, if it's something new, I gotta learn. Like if I gotta know this shit for a job or something, and you show me, I'm gonna get it. You know what I mean? Okay, all right.
For example, I'm a truck driver. When I got out of school, I smoked weed, and when I got out of school, I was going for a job. I didn't get it because I failed the drug test. I used somebody else's pee.
That was fucked up.
And they had coke in their system. So I failed. I had to go through all this stuff, pay all this money to get my shit back. And I started as a yard jockey. In school, they don't teach you how to back up like that. They teach you how to pass the test. That's what I want to tell people. When you go to school for your CDL, they're not teaching you how to drive.
Crucial information.
They're teaching you how to pass the test. That's all they're doing. When you go to your first job, they're going to teach you how to drive.
So is there a way that someone can, like, instead of them going to a job and having to go through the trial and error, is there a way like somebody can teach them like how to actually like drive, like maybe someone who has a truck?
Yeah, if you know somebody,
like, I feel like if you have a CDL, like that's the thing. Like me, I know a lot of people who are going for the CDL, so this is why I'm saying this. I feel like I did not know that people could, they have the resources to do it, like teach the class, but like if you have a truck or if you have multiple trucks, teach people how to drive them. Like take them on test runs, like take them on big parking lots, and take them out there to that.
So even when
you think too is if they do teach you, you could get your CDL on your own. You just need somebody with a truck, and they truck has to be able to pass the inspection and everything, so you could do your driving test in it. And you won't have to go to school. Okay. It's husbands that train their wife how to be a truck driver, taking them on the road, letting them drive. Once you get your permit, you can drive now.
How is the test? Is it the same as the regular
driving? No, it's not. It's
no.
I'm saying
like
the
like it's like what is.
You have to drive for the test too.
Yeah, that's your last part before you get your license. Okay. You do the written for the permit. That's when you get all your endorsements and stuff. You can take the test for your endorsements, but you still some endorsements you have to perform during your driving test. Like you want the passenger endorsement, like to do school buses and shit. You don't have to drive a school bus or a transit bus, or you know what I mean. Certain shit.
Something okay, all right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you want hazmat, you got to get registered. That type of shit.
But I'm asking like the driver test today. You got to do the same thing.
No,
hold on, not yet. Wait, bro.
We got people.
Yes.
Yeah, we got a new person on here.
I'm gonna keep it out of yo. You brought a badass friend up in here. God damn.
All my friends are bad, so don't think this is just one of 7 bitches that are. I'm sorry, not to call my friend bitches, but we are bad bitches. But this is one of 7 of my crew. Like my crew is nothing but bad bitches. Like I don't keep nothing but bad bitches in my corner.
Jesus. Yeah, you know what? I got my own trucking company. You know that? Start.
Now go ahead and introduce yourself, bro.
Let us know.
Hi, I'm Michelle. I'm from Somerset.
Michelle from Somerset.
Don't let her little thing. She's shy. Don't let her fool you.
We got Brunswick. Brunswick in the building, huh?
Brunswick is in the house.
Okay.
All right. This is how. Let's show y'all how Brunswick come out. Okay. Let me show y'all how Brunswick represents for y'all. Okay.
But yeah, before we stop, we were talking about.
We were talking about.
No. We was talking about the truck driving. You were saying,
So I was asking y'all about since somebody having resources, like if they have a truck, why don't they like start a class on top of the class to teach them how to do it, how to drive like in parking lots and big lots and stuff.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because
I know it's a liability.
As a person that went through it, it's because they want to. It's like college. Certain schools is better, and I guess if you get in homeschool, it's like being homeschooled. I guess they don't take it as much as a credit, but. The only other thing about that is if they do, a lot of times they probably get you in through the same company they in, or if they're a driver, they get, there's ways around it. But starting a school now, it won't be as reputable as other places that already do it.
Well, you never know. Like if you start a school and then you have more, your students are producing good results. That can speak for yourself too, because the class that I took, when I came in, I told y'all that I work in surgery. So I work in surgery. I didn't go to a traditional school. I went to a class by one of my coworkers. He teaches a class at Capitol Health on Tuesdays and Saturdays. He just does it out of his own thing. He buys the books, so he'll charge us for the class. He'll buy the materials for help to study for the test, and he'll take the he's not even a manager there. He's literally one of my coworkers.
Oh wow!
He will bring the sets up the common sets that we use, teach us all the instruments that we need to learn for when we do get the job, and basically he trains us to get into it. Like they'll do resume building with us, help us get our resumes together, and then we take what's called our board certification exam. So we take a certification exam to be certified to work in the field. Like I have to be certified. Like I literally have to renew my certification. It'll be a year on November 11th.
Yeah. I got a medical card as a part of that, so I got to get mine renewed. I think next year.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's
So that class is taught by somebody who had the resources. He knew about this. He knew a field that this field. If you don't work in a hospital, nobody's going to tell you about it. It's not something that you go to college for. This is literally a technical thing. But you can branch off and do so many things. Like, I was literally going to use this, and I don't have to go to college. I can literally just use my years of experience working in the field to become an infection control team leader. If I want to go to school, they will pay for my college in full, depending on what hospital I work for. If I want to travel and just be a travel tech and work at different hospitals, I can do that too, like with this. So I literally took $900, no debt to no colleges, no nothing. I don't pay no student loans. I owe nobody nothing in this world. My checks are mine. And Sally Mae cannot come for me. I think that's why they're trying to come for me other ways. But I owe nobody nothing. Like I literally I took that class, and that was somebody who had the resource and the knowledge. So I told him, I said, I'm gonna come back to you in 5 years, and I want you to teach me how to start my own class because I want to prepare the next generation of people, of tech, of people who have the same dream like me, who might not have the people in their lives who are in this field or close to them that can get them into this field. Right. And it's black owned too. Like it's black owned.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna cut you off real quick. It's who we call that person when it is like this to keep talking and
light skin. we had.
I'm playing.
No, I've been
But that's what we call people that. That's what we call people that talk.
Listen,
but I'm cinnamon.
and Michelle's light skinned and she's quiet.
Michelle's quiet.
She's dark skinned at heart.
She's dark skinned at heart. She said she's light skinned, but she's still a dark man.
Yeah, man.
Nah, but with the CDL, unemployment paid for mine. I found out.
Yeah, unemployment paid for mine too.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's what I pay for your classes.
Yeah.
And the school I went to,
because I feel like 2020 was a great year for me. Like it was a great year as far as 2020.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because I was working at a dead end job as a medical receptionist, like in a psychiatric doctor's office. We were dealing with crazy ass rich white people in prison, and they would talk down to me because I was the only black person there. So they would say little like microaggressions to me. So I got tired of that. So I'm like, I'm better than y'all. I'm gonna be better than y'all, and I'm tired of y'all trying to make me dim down my blackness when I come in here. Everything I do is a problem to y'all. Like just me existing. Like literally, my coworker and I can do the same thing, but because I'm brown skin or dark skin, it's a problem. Like my coworker literally had a daughter. Not to put her on blast, but I hope one day she sees this. I'm sorry, yo. But she literally had a daughter who was going through it with her nigga. Like would be calling her job and be going through it, like blowing up the phone. And I literally had a call from my daughter's school, and they was like, stop having personal calls come into the job. My coworker would be out of work for 2-3 weeks at a time. And I had caught COVID at the beginning of 2020. And I was out for 2 weeks because I could not breathe. And when I came back to work, they fired me. So it was, I felt like that was a sign. That was a sign from the, yeah, that was a sign. And it was literally the beginning of the year, so I had the sign.
But COVID, that's, you shouldn't.
Yeah. That's some bullshit.
But this was before COVID was as big as it was. Literally, I got fired in February. COVID became a thing in March. Like, remember they shut down
2019.
2020. At the end of 2019, the beginning of 2020, COVID was like making its way, but people still were traveling. Because I went to Vegas at the beginning of 2020. My birthday's in January. I told you.
I went to Vegas too. Yeah,
and I traveled all through 2020. I watched travel literally change from. I came back to New Jersey when New Jersey shut down. Like I came back that same day. Like I came back from San Diego to New Jersey when New Jersey went on lockdown. Like that weekend when y'all was going on lockdown, I was in San Diego on live, like, y'all niggas over there on lockdown. I'm in the club. Y'all niggas trying to scramble to get to the last bar. I'm in the city. Like, so, yeah.
I remember that. That was early night.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. That was some scary shit. But 9 o'clock, gotta be in the house and some bullshit.
Yeah, everything
dead outside.
Dead outside. That looks tempting, but I'm like, I'm not doing it.
But what I was saying was, like, I watched the evolution of travel because when I came back, when I went there, it was like some people like in hazmat suits, like when I was leaving to go to California. Yeah. But they were like, it was like far and far in between. Nobody wore a mask. Like this one lady coughed on the plane and the whole plane went dead silent. Like dead silent. And we all looked like, oh God, please let this not be the one.
I ain't gonna lie, I did that.
Nah.
For some reason,
I flew Spirit
it's something about
some dude refused to put his mask on and the flight attendant looked over and was like, I will reach over the seat and beat your ass. And I was like, I'm never flying Spirit again.
It's like a weird thing that happens to me. Out of nowhere, I will call. I'll get it. 2-minute coughing spit.
Oh no! That's that. I don't like that.
I did it in the doctor's office.
If you can't stop coughing,
it's like once you start coughing, you can't stop.
I need some water real quick.
You ain't coughed this whole day. As soon as we get on this plane, now you got to cough.
Yep.
And you try to, everybody looking, you try to hold it in.
I really need something to drink and I'm drinking shit.
Try to swallow spit.
So in the middle of the pandemic, like in the middle, because I took a couple trips. I'm not gonna hold you. I was a couple. I was trailblazing the whole time. I would be like, y'all niggas.
I ain't taking
y'all niggas scared to fly. I'm outside. Like I was literally outside.
I went to Vegas, came back with Miami.
I was one of the first people that you seen, like when they were talking about people in the club and how y'all being in the club and it's COVID. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Like I'm in the club. I'm outside. Like I'm outside.
I don't give a damn until you caught that shit.
Yep.
You next
in the beginning.
Next day she alive. It's real.
Listen, somebody shared the meme with 50 Cent when he had the IV on and he was mad skinny. They was like, that's what you do when you come back from that was when I went to where did I go then? I went to Florida. So I went to Florida. I went to Fort Lauderdale, Miami, right in the middle of the pandemic. So this is like the middle of May. So this is like deep into it when they kept telling us like we'll get out in 30 days, we'll get out in 30 days type shit. I'm like, no, I'm going to Florida, man. So I go to Florida. They not wearing masks. Like here in Jersey, like you couldn't even walk into it. If you were not wearing a mask, people look at you like you was wilding.
Where's your mask? Where's your mask?
They would jump on you like you needed that shit. Like, oh my God.
I hated that whole mask bullshit. The walking in the store, forgetting it. I hated that whole dumbass shit.
So I went to Florida. So the next time when I went to the airport, they still weren't heavy on the mask thing. It was like you could wear it at your own leisure, but all the flight attendants were wearing it. Okay. So before, when I came from San Diego, the first in March, nobody was wearing masks like that. It was like certain few people.
Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't mandated.
The people that were going overboard with, who had like gloves and fucking hazmat suits on and the biohazard suits on and shit. So you had those people. You come back, you see the few people with the mask on, you see the people with the N95, the filter mask, stuff like that. So when I went to Florida, then I went to Houston in August of 2020. That's when they were like, everybody got to wear masks on this plane.
So you were just moving.
Listen, I was moving because I didn't have no job and unemployment was funding my lifestyle. Okay? What? I'm just mad I missed the PPP loans.
Me too.
I ain't see nobody in jail, so I'm mad as
Yo,
not forgiveness.
Y'all see my face? I'm angry.
They giving out forgiveness.
I'm mad as hell.
Working in this pandemic.
Working hard as hell.
All my
Guess
friends
what?
being like steak and lobster. I'm
I'm
like,
flying out the
Me and Shelly was laid back laughing at y'all.
I could have
Taking trips.
If I could have left
Get that money.
I would have. I'd wake up on Wednesdays and be like, a calm $1,000. Let me calm $1,000.
When they was giving out that extra 600, I was getting 1,000 and some change a week.
You couldn't talk to me during the beginning of the pandemic. I was like, you niggas is broke. I'm up, like out of here. Like what? That was when I got into. And then I
got 2 kids that I claim.
I have 2 kids.
You know what I'm saying? Like
I was coming.
I have a lot. Okay.
Taxes, stimuluses, unemployment.
I got food stamps out of nowhere.
Oh my God!
It was cool though.
Let me tell y'all.
We're talking about
the pandemic. I was up. Okay.
It's what? No.
Listen,
we were mad at me. This guy face.
I still got a deep freezer full of
Look at his face. Okay. His face was worse.
You got a deep freezer full of oxtail?
I do. And like, next time when I'm cooking
when you bring that, hold on. Yeah, when you bring that weed,
okay.
don't forget about that.
I will make some oxtail. Don't worry.
The oxtail.
But
crazy.
I told this man.
Okay.
Listen, I told him his son came in contact with COVID. I said, "That's your out, bro. That's your out right there. Don't go back to work."
That's it. Just say
all you had to do was get on unemployment.
Yeah, get on unemployment.
Crazy.
Unemployment, I think, just finished up literally.
No,
mine ain't. I got another extension, but I got a job now.
Well, what happened with me? I fucked unemployment up in 2019.
But there's no extra.
It doesn't matter. It didn't matter. I know niggas who haven't worked since 2015 that was getting unemployment.
What?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. My sister has not worked.
No, I'm real bad.
You didn't try. That's the thing. You didn't
You
apply yourself.
know what? I did.
Niggas was getting cars from Cali on unemployment. Okay. 10 bands on it, 8 bands on it. What you talking about that? But I say that.
Let me tell you.
That's why they call it the pandemic.
The pandemic. The only thing I
got stock options
was the PPP
because of the pandemic.
Yes. Listen, let me.
I'm in the stock game because of the pandemic.
If I die right now, I got life insurance. I got all types of different money stashed away in different accounts. Like I might be broke like today because of I budget my money differently. Yeah. But all that money from the pandemic went into all different types of shit. I didn't buy a new car, so let me tell you. The only thing that fucked me up though with the pandemic was literally as soon as the $600 thing hit, some bitch hit my car at Walmart. She hit the whole front end of my car off. So I was like, I'm not buying a new car. I'm gonna fix the car that I got. I don't want no car payment.
I mean, that's 2-3 weeks. 3,000.
Nah, you know what? My neighbor fixed it for me for $150. All I had to do was buy the parts.
Be quiet.
Nope, he was quiet.
You don't be quiet.
All I had to do was fix it. All I had to do was order the parts. So car parts, I did learn once. When I learned through because I come from a family of mechanics. I learned. Listen, he thought he was gonna get me like, oh yeah, you just gotta order car parts. I'm like, joke's on you, nigga. I got a grandfather that's a mechanic. Let me get the mechanic discount for these car parts. I was paying like $30, $40 for car parts. I think the most expensive thing was my hood, and my hood was $150. My hood.
Be quiet.
The pandemic. I'm sorry for y'all that was working. Y'all
I feel for y'all. But I was chilling.
Let me tell you. When I said
it makes you look back and be like, damn man, Trump wasn't all that fucked up.
Next pandemic, do not y'all take that lesson and learn. Any money from the government, we ain't go to jail.
Speaking on it, because our parents went through, maybe not, maybe our grandparents, but our parents, they had the riots and shit, but that was only in certain parts.
Yeah,
I'm in the air. If I'm living and I got a chance to do that, I didn't even have COVID. I told my job I came in contact. My daughter is in the house. I got to stay home, and I never went back.
But you know, a big lesson about the pandemic is that these employers can pay more, but they just don't. Yeah. And that's why there's like an employment like shortage right now.
During the
Because
pandemic, it was introspection. People learned that, listen, y'all gonna pay me what I'm worth. Like, people really realized that I can make money sitting in my house. All the shit that they told us that we could not do, like, from our homes, from our houses, and our own things, like, people really found their own bag in their home. I know people that left conventional jobs. And
a lot of people.
They just invested that money that they got from the pandemic into themselves and are literally self-made. Like, they are self-employed.
Yeah, we on our way.
And when you're self-employed, your tax is very different. Your tax is
we ain't look like this.
Oh no!
Wow,
when we started on the pandemic, we had none of this. We had none of this.
Talking about kitchen, blue
We
walls.
was in the kitchen, like
I had a little phone stand.
His phone was on the
counter
by the oil pan.
Podcast, we gotta shout out the pandemic because it really.
Oh yeah, I want to say this. I just finished my first car payment today. My first ever car I leased. Done paying on it. And I still got the car. It's still good.
Let me tell you. Let me give you a life lesson from me. If I can give you anything as a Capricorn, do not take off your full coverage insurance for the next 6 months. The only reason why I say that is because when I paid my car off, literally some guy hit me in the back of my car as soon as I paid it off and changed my
what's crazy?
coverage to liability.
You know what's crazy? I was supposed to have full coverage in my car, but I was being dirty and cheap, and I got liability. Through the whole 4 years I was paying that car, it was liability on that motherfucker. Nothing. No, I never got in a car accident, nothing. And I'm paying it off and selling my baby. I sold my baby. I should have kept it.
Your baby?
I don't know. I wanted a new car.
Yes.
Was it a piece of shit?
It wasn't a piece of shit. It was fixable.
No, it was a piece of shit. You need to get rid of it. It's time for you to level up.
Yeah.
You gotta let shit go.
Yeah, you do. That'll be my problem sometimes. I'll be hard to let shit go, man. Nigga, move on.
I had to learn that. I had to learn that because I was like that too. But.
Yeah.
She's a Cancer. So she's into astrology like
okay.
We'll get into later on.
What's your sign?
I'm a Libra.
Libra?
Her birthday just passed.
Don't we mix?
Happy birthday.
I think our signs go together, right?
You guys are air signs.
Oh yeah.
We're compatible.
Aquarius.
So I mean, aren't we, right?
No.
Nobody likes Aquarius.
No.
We're not compatible at all?
Hold on.
No, I love
Wait. I'm talking about from experience. I'm talking about experience on the pod.
Listen, we the food band. It's like
A lot of people that came on and asked us our signs. Once they found out his sign, it was like, oh.
Yeah, it's like that.
Let me say something about Aquarius. Listen, I love Aquarius, right?
Yeah.
Aquarius love everybody. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Y'all do. But when they do find that one person that they be fixed on, they be fixated on.
Yeah. I won't lie. Yeah,
but when y'all for everybody, y'all for the streets. Y'all be Malcolm.
What about Cancer?
What about Cancer?
What about Cancer?
Yeah.
Please don't ask her about Cancer right now. It's biased. It's biased. Don't ask her about Cancer.
Just tell me, because I'm a Cancer.
Let me tell you that
I don't
I'm
really know too much.
No, I love
Cancer's a piece of shit.
I don't think so. I think no.
Very true.
They're good liars. They're good liars.
Y'all are good liars. Y'all are good liars, but you're good lovers and nurturers.
They're not good liars. No, they're not. They're bad liars, but they're so.
But it's believable. They manipulate it to make.
I'm very straightforward too. I'm not a liar.
I'm an anime fan, so I feel like Cancers are equivalent to like people in Naruto that use Genjutsu, like put you in a different alternate reality world. Like
no, they do your own reality.
Like you question your own reality. Like, is this really happening? And be like, nope, actually, you're under Genjutsu, so this is actually not. This is my reality that I.
So, all right.
Makes sense. I can't lie. It makes sense.
Yeah, listen, I'm a Cancer moon. So
do you base astrology like on how to talk to?
I'm gonna say this. The lying part. No, I'm a bad liar.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to cut that off because I do base astrology a little bit because I will never date a Virgo ever in life.
Why not, man? Why?
Damn, all you Virgo niggas out there,
like you're done fucked up.
Virgo women are sweet, but Virgo men,
Virgo men are my top 3 toxic niggas, but. That's just me. That's my own from my personal experience.
Yeah.
Like,
top 3. What's the other 3? What's the other 2?
Okay, so I don't want to tell y'all because I'm good. It's gonna start some shit. So I'm
gonna
no. Come on, no. Wait. We do not hold no punches on
that.
We do not.
So my top 3 toxic niggas, based on my experience alone. So y'all can come for y'all mother if y'all want, because don't come for me. But my top 3 toxic niggas are Virgo men. Taurus men are number 1 for me. Taurus men are number 1. Taurus men are toxic.
I feel like you're like the most like grounded.
Bull fucking shit. They are grounded in their toxicity. And then number 3 would be Capricorn men.
So we don't even Cancers don't even make the top 3.
Capricorn men are probably they would lead the pack of like toxic men because they literally do not emotionally attach themselves to nobody. You literally have to beat a Capricorn man into loving you. Like you have to physically assault him for him to be like, you know what, I do love this woman. Like I think I would be her. Like you have to be that.
But you're a Capricorn yourself.
I'm a Capricorn woman, but
So it's different. Okay,
it's different for Capricorn women. But Capricorn men, like they are crazy, but they're
Okay.
like low key crazy, so they like crazy people. Like you have to be like they're the men that they be like, oh, the nonchalant men that chill and they like the fiery women. Capricorn men like fiery women, so that's why I say they're my top 3 toxic niggas because they will literally like if you're not a toxic woman, they will make you toxic. Like they will go out of their way to break you into being toxic. Like they will do the most off the wall, unnecessary shit to be. You would catch this nigga on a date with a bitch after he told you that he's at his mom's house and you beat him up and he'd be like, all right, baby, let's go home and go make love. Like, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have put you through this, girl. Like, I love you. You're the only one for me. And you really sit there and be like, I just beat this bitch up for you. He like, we beat this bitch up for if you want. Like,
what's your top 3?
Ooh,
You thought you was getting away?
You thought you was doing
Oh no, you're part of the show.
put out there.
Your Bob is laid. You part of the show.
Yeah, now you're part of the show now.
My top 3. So there's only one in my top 3 that I would never date, which I said is a Virgo. Virgo is not number 1 though.
Virgo men.
Virgo men. So it's gonna be Virgo men for me, Leo men, and Cancer men.
Wow.
But the crazy part is,
Are you judging it because of a bad experience?
no. So let me tell you something. Majority of people I'm close to are Cancers, so I love Cancers.
Okay, yeah.
A really close Cancer.
And I'm a Cancer moon, so like I said,
I don't lie though. I am close to a lot of Cancers though.
Like, what y'all,
No, I don't. I need to know that.
I can send that to you after the show.
Okay, all right.
All right, me. I'm a Cancer.
About Scorpios, like
Yeah, I'm a Cancer, but I'm close to my best friend is a Scorpio, my mom is a Scorpio, my girl's a Scorpio, a couple of my exes are Scorpios. I like the energy.
Like all my friends are
Number one, I don't like is Taurus women.
They're fun.
You know what's crazy? Yo, my
Airheads.
Tauruses are trash, bro.
Airheads.
No,
Airheads.
trash, my nigga. They are trash. I'm sorry to say this. If you're
when y'all start talking that Genjutsu reality shit,
they really do that.
Taurus women, they got this thing in their head.
Now, Cancers create the reality. Tauruses actually
Live
believe
it.
that they're living in that reality. Like you cannot break a Taurus
No
out of
sense.
thinking that they're not living in that reality. Like that's literally their life. Like they literally live in their delusion. Like,
And then honestly, I don't know any other ones that I dated.
well,
I didn't know
for
they
me,
signed.
like, I do look into astrology. I look at a lot of people's placements. So for me, I deal with a lot of people who have Scorpio in their charts, like in their heavy planets, like what I call personal planets, because astrology is deeper than just your sun sign. So a lot of people they'll be like when we were talking about like I'm a Capricorn, but I have a Cancer moon. So like emotionally,
How does that go?
So it goes based off of like the time you were born, where you were born, the coordinates of the stars in the sky, like the planets where they are and what signs they fall in, because every planet rotates through different star systems in the sky when you're born. So right now the moon is in Scorpio. So anybody born right now would be a Scorpio sun.
But how the hell do we know if that's an Aquarius moon or that's a Capricorn moon?
They fall in the sky. Like there's literally constellations. Like Aquarius is a constellation.
That would be our month?
No. You were probably in Aquarius, but you probably have like maybe like an Earth moon. Like the moon is probably in Virgo when you were born, or Taurus or whatever. So like it all depends on where you were born and what time you're born.
Now that y'all say that, I can believe he has a Taurus moon.
So it goes based off the time you're born. So if you don't know the time you're born and you just know like where you were born,
I know where I was born. I know the time I was born in like.
So basically, it uses all 12 of the planets in our solar system, where they fell in what signs. So some of you can have stellium, what they're called stelliums, where like multiple planets will be in the same sign system. Like I'm a Capricorn stellium, so a lot of my planets were in Capricorn when I was born. Like me and Mac Miller, RIP to him, have the same exact birth chart. Like we were born on the same day, same year. I think we're born like 3 hours apart. And he's an Aquarius rising. I'm a Capricorn rising. So he would have had the same Capricorn stellium as me, which is why I talk about twin. Like, that's my twin.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? I sometimes not compare myself, but I look at other people that's my sign. Like I look at
the Weeknd's an Aquarius. I love the Weeknd.
I ain't know the Weeknd was wow. I ain't know that, but I know J. Cole is, and I know Rick Ross is.
Yes.
Chris Rock is. I think, yeah.
Aquariuses, I feel like they are innovators of things in their own lane. Like they take whatever they do and make it their own thing. Like nobody else can be like that person. Like they literally have their own style, their own thing. Like look at all the Aquariuses that we named. They literally do their own style of thing. Like that's their shit. Like
their
shit.
I give him that.
Multiple people do it and then try to copy it, but that's their shit.
Yeah.
What
he does, even in his comedy, he's fire. He got his own lane.
Take a hiatus for years, come back, drop an album.
He's fire.
That's what's crazy. Yeah.
What he dropped that 3-song shit.
Like he even did that thing with Drake and shit like that.
Yeah.
J. Cole really like Aquariuses. I call y'all the ghosts because y'all literally are the water bearers. Like y'all hold so many things in y'all little water jug that y'all have, and when y'all decide to pour that onto the people people that y'all fuck with, that shit literally is like the salt. Like, y'all literally carry the salt in y'all water there.
All right. That's enough.
Let me tell y'all. Don't worry. I have to hype Aquarius up because me being born the day before Aquarius and having Aquarius tendencies, like I'm what's called
So I'm an Aquarius. What you again?
She's a Libra.
I'm fucking with you.
But yeah, back to the
on that Libra
shit,
scale.
they base the planets based off of so like we have the sun, which is the sun, like what like Aquarius, Libra, whatever. Then you have the moon. You have Mars.
I'm for some reason I feel like sparking this.
Venus. You might as well be.
Michelle, you ready to smoke?
She don't smoke.
I should have said the delicious.
He got liquor here. Hold on, I gotta mix it up though. I gotta mix it. Let me give you.
Want to pause it for a second and then we can mix it in. All right,
back.
Oh
my God.
We back on? Are we talking all the time?
No.
We wasn't? What the fuck?
I don't know.
All right.
Yo, she was
She just really broke down me in astrology.
So I just
and she's just broke down this
guy.
Like,
holy shit.
Our minds is going. I ain't gonna lie, because
I wasn't because I first
don't know me
really.
Like she said shit that is exactly me.
I didn't even get to
my birthday.
Yeah. So all up knowing your birthday. So I'm gonna tell you something else. So how you assert yourself, like how your assertiveness, your energy, like even your sexual drive, you assert yourself like a Cancer. So you have what's called a Cancer stellium, where you have 2 or more planets in the same sign. Yeah. So you have a Cancer stellium. So you give off very strong Cancer energy. And guess what? Cancer is a cardinal sign. They're the cardinal water sign. Y'all are summer. So you bring a lot of warmth and joy to situations too. And as far as like asserting yourself, like how you communicate and things. Cancers, people always say are crybabies, but they're not. Cancers will literally be like, I'm not tolerating some of this shit. Like, I'm gonna let y'all know how I feel about it, but I'm gonna do this from my heart. So if it's not what I want or in my reality, fuck this, I'm out. Like, I'm not doing this.
That is
and they
me.
shut down and go into
That's
their shell.
holy shit.
They shut down and go into their shell and regroup. They regroup.
Yeah.
You having a Cancer stellium, when shit, I feel like when shit don't work for you, or like when you feel,
I ain't gonna lie, my girl has told me
it's not
I
to your
complain.
satisfaction.
You always got something to say.
You go into a hermit mode. You go into hermit mode, and then when you come back stronger. Like,
if I don't like the way it's going or something, I feel like it ain't going the right way. What's up?
Cancer sign is a crab. Like they're
okay, now okay.
Their creatures are crabs. So when I equivalent cancers to hermit crabs, when a hermit crab outgrows its shell, it literally retreats into it for a little bit, and then it moves on, goes through the phase where it's molting and goes and finds a bigger shell to fit its growth. They are things of constant growth. It's like, fuck this. If this don't fit me no more, I'm out. Like, some people will literally stay somewhere where they've outgrown because it's comfortable to them. A hermit crab cannot be comfortable somewhere where they cannot grow. They will move. So you process those things like a Cancer. So you have a Cancer stellium, so you are really what I would call a true Cancer. But you have a lot of cardinal energy in your chart. The only thing that I would say is not cardinal for you is the way how you process your emotions. You process your emotions like a Virgo, so you do have a lot of intellectual level. Like I said, with your Gemini, Venus, and your Virgo moon, which I didn't touch into. So you're a perfectionist when it comes to your emotions. Like, your emotions have to be executed perfectly. You have to speak on them perfectly. Like, they have to come out. You don't over display your emotions. Like, they're not like something that you would use to weaponize. Like, they're literally something that you use and put into like art or like whatever you do, like your craft or things that you love to do. So that's what I see that as Virgo. And then you have the outer planets, which are Jupiter, Uranus, and things. Those are what are called like Jupiter and Saturn are not generational, but they're like for like our time period. So like you're born in like the late 80s. So most people in the late 80s have the same similar like Jupiter, Saturn, and Uranus. And then Pluto and Neptune are generational. So like you guys are Gen X, so y'all have the same Pluto and things. So I won't break into that. But those are like your inner planets, which I just explained to you, is your rising sign, your sun, which is your ego, your moon, which is your emotions, your Mercury, which is how you intellectually process things, your Venus, which is how you look at, view, and receive love, and your love language. So like how you receive love. You receive love like a Gemini, so there has to be 2 parts to it. And then your Mars, which is how you assert yourself, how you, when you're angry, you come off like a Cancer. So yeah. So if you want, I can do your
please do his. I want to know.
Okay. Do you know what time you were born?
Shit, no.
Do you have like a time frame, like
the nighttime,
morning, like you can give me like a thing? So you said you were born on February.
All 3 cardinals were born in the morning. By the way, all 3 of us were born in the morning.
Yeah, you said January 24th. So if you want, I can do it without your rising sign, and then when you get the time frame.
Oh, so you're a cut.
1989.
No, he's a full moon. He's what we would call in astrology like the first beacon of Aquarius. So he's what we would call a true Aquarius because he like is really space Aquarius. And as you get into the middle, you have the second beacon. You were born here.
Yeah.
Okay, so Trenton, New Jersey. All right.
Shelly, how do you feel like when people say like, oh, like a November Scorpio versus October Scorpio.
I believe that's true, but I also believe that you have to look at the person's their not even their chart. You have to look at the main three things that make them act like a Scorpio. Because Scorpios, who I feel like people say are Scorpioing, have Scorpio sun. They either have a Scorpio moon or a Scorpio Mars and a Scorpio sun, or like they have a straight up Scorpio sun. Like my sister, her birthday was yesterday, not yesterday. Her birthday was the 3rd, and she literally has a Scorpio sun, a Scorpio moon, sun, Mercury, and Mars. Oh, I'm sorry, Mercury and Venus. And then she has I think like a Sagittarius Mars or something like that, and a Sagittarius rising.
So she's a Sag rising?
Mm-hmm. No, sorry, she's a Leo rising. I'm bugging. She's a Leo rising. I was thinking of my brother. My brother is a Sagittarius. And the fun fact about my brother and I is that we literally have the same sun and moon. Like my brother is a Capricorn and he's a Cancer moon like me. So me and my brother are literally the same person. Like my brother's literally the boy version of me. Like, oh, I get all my jokes and my material from him. Like he's the reason why like I can crack jokes with people. Like I roast.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like I take nothing personally. Like I love when people crack jokes. Like some people be like, oh my god, how can you let somebody say that to you? Like I had somebody message me about something that somebody posted to me in a comment on Facebook. I'm like, well, I don't take this shit seriously. This shit is a joke.
It's funny. Sometimes you get the
Capricorns they are funny though. You have jokes.
We have tough skin. Like I feel like we don't take a lot of shit personally. Like a lot of people be like, people be like, oh my god, like you know, like I care about my image, but to a certain extent, like I really don't give a fuck because at the end of the day, I'm gonna be me regardless. So like I'm me. There's only one me. Like I'm not trying to be like nobody else. I don't aspire to be like nobody else. I have nobody that I look up to that I want to be like. I literally want to be the best version of myself every day.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's just the Capricorn. You also have a Virgo moon, which I told you that. Didn't I tell you earlier? You had an Earth moon. I was like, he might have a Taurus moon. So that's probably where y'all connect at. Emotionally,
wait, what's
y'all both. He didn't give it the time. So you have a Mercury and Aquarius. So you think like an Aquarius, which I got that from talking to you. So you process things unconventionally, like the way how you think about things, the way how you look at things. Like you process them unconventionally. You don't look at things like how we look at this like the walls do. You are literally like, but this doesn't do like. You know, we're looking at it this way, like, you know, there's different shades of it that actually has tints of green in it. Like, it's different ways to look at it. Like, you challenge everything that people say to you. Like,
that's crazy. I do.
I do. If somebody tells you this and you're like,
I'm gonna check. Yeah, I swear to God, that's why niggas like, tell me something like that. I know.
I do not know these men. I just met them today.
That is fucking crazy. I do. I challenge everything.
I want to take this time out to say, she's a tarot reader, okay? Like, when I tell you, like, she read my whole, like, there was things, like, I like to try to keep certain things private.
You can't keep something private from me.
You can't keep anything private. Like, her tarot reading, even certain things, like, her first
even if the reading is not about what you're asking me about, like, on the surface,
yes,
I will tell you what you need to hear.
So, before I got in my relationship with that Cancer that I was with, so right before I met the Cancer, she did a reading on me, right before I met the Cancer. I didn't know it was about him because I didn't know him. I did not even know him yet.
Yeah.
That whole reading was about him.
Oh, so
I'm like, how the hell? No, it's Eye of Shell Visions, okay? Like, if you need a legit tarot reader, yes. But really believe, like,
that's why you don't like Cancer.
Ready because
no, she, like, I was telling her, I was like, there's a big part in the thing that
she said when I met that Cancer.
He was an uninvolved Cancer. There's signs that when we look at signs, you can be an evolved sign or the uninvolved sign, and they have different traits. Like uninvolved Cancer men are manipulative. They are manipulative.
Oh yeah, because the way it ended was very.
And they lie, and they're what I call in Jamaican gallus. Like they love many women. They love no one.
I don't get me wrong. I did when I was single.
Yeah,
but once I'm in a relationship. I'm in a relationship.
That don't mean nothing.
That's because Virgos are very much possessive of their relationship. Okay, so you had a Venus in Capricorn. So I feel like, you know, the way how you love is you like long-term love. You like stable love. You like love that makes sense and makes money for y'all.
So that sun sign kick in.
Love is an investment for you. Like love for you is an investment.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's not all the way true.
You will invest in your partner. And you want to know how I know this? My dad was a Capricorn Venus, and he invested in my mom. My mom's a Libra. And he invested in my mom. He was like, you don't have to work. I'm gonna build you up to be the greatest version of you. I'm gonna take care of us, but you build yourself up. I'm gonna invest in my woman because I believe in my woman. Like I feel like you're that type of dude. Like you would really like invest in your woman, and you're African.
Liberia.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you the free black.
Yeah. Free black.
Did he say that to you?
Yeah. Yeah. I asked y'all what y'all was when I told y'all I was.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I had to throw my little shit in there.
Oh, you do have Taurus in your chart. I knew it. You're more.
You said that. You said, yo, he comes like a
Taurus.
So the way how you assert yourself and the way how you are aggressive, like your aggression level, is a Taurus. So when you're angry, your anger is probably fixated. You will probably be angry at that person for a long time. Tauruses are the slowest moving sign of a thing. So when something pisses you off, that shit gonna piss you off forever. You're probably never gonna stop talking about that shit. That probably, even if months pass, that shit will still be bothering you. Like, you will talk about that. It
is.
To no end.
But who are you? This witchcraft.
I'm FBI agent.
Yo, AC. AC, get this devil out of his crib. I rebuke this devil.
Jeez.
What the fuck is going on here?
Okay.
This is some real shit.
This is
real. What the fuck?
Man, we
talk. You have a lot of Earth in your chart and your outer planets, which is your Jupiter. Saturn,
I knew he wasn't like full air.
As far as money wise, like your Jupiter was in Aries. So as far as money wise and like your luck, you have a lot of fast moving luck. Like things come to you really fast. Like
it definitely do.
Your
goddamn.
Your Jupiter's in Taurus. So when it does get to you, like when luck and things get to you, it stays with you. So whatever works for you is going to work for you in the long run. Like it's going to stay. Tauruses are slow moving, steady. Like that's a
holy shit. You're right. Who are you?
That's a great combination for what we're doing.
What the fuck?
My luck comes fast and yours stays.
He would be the person that would be like the consistency. You would be the person that would be like the all right, let's do it, like execute it. But he'd be the person who'd be like, all right, I'm gonna consistently keep coming, keep showing up, keep doing it.
Yes.
Keep it going.
We've had falling outs off camera. Yeah. We've had fights, arguments, not physical fights.
I don't know these men.
No. Sometimes I was scared that he was going to come back.
I'm looking at my skills. I'm consistently gonna keep putting my stuff out, regardless of my views.
And I'm not too big of a man to apologize if I do something wrong.
Stick with it, and it works for you. Like when something works for you, you make it work for you for the long haul. Like that's how you process your life. That's how you process your growth. That's how you govern your way of doing it. Okay, I get paid to do this. Like get paid to read.
Bumbleclad.
I have Shell Visions. It's EYE of Shell Visions.
It's trademarked and LLC. That's my
business. People, it's gonna be.
I want to know more about Michelle. See if we're more compatible.
I'm gonna start with my top three, right? So I'm a Libra sun. Okay.
We have the same Earth movement. That's crazy, right?
No, she's a Libra.
No, we don't.
I'm a Libra sun.
You have the same air sun. Like
we're both air.
Okay, all right.
If you get your rising, you give me Cancer rising. You
give me water.
Yeah, you give me a water rising. I could be wrong. I've been wrong about rising before, but you give me a Cancer rising.
At least some sort of water.
Because you give me certified lover boy vibes. But you don't give me you don't give me fire.
No, I would be very shocked if it was a fire rising.
You don't come off as a fire rising at all. If you did, I would have to say you would probably be a Sagittarius rising, because Sagittarius risings like to read the room before they get into it. Like they don't immediately come out and be like, yeah, like I'm a Sagittarius.
No.
Like they read.
I read the room. I go off vibes.
So
I have it.
when you get the time, you send me. I'll send you your rising later. But yeah, definitely find that out, because I'm a Capricorn rising. So for me, everything like I come off as a businessman. Like a lot of people, when they see me or when they see me in person versus on social media, like if they meet me in person, they think I'm a serious person. I'm the furthest from serious. Like you could be going through the most devastating shit in your life, and I will literally find something to make it into a joke.
I'm the same way.
I literally so this is a personal thing about me. Like I was going through a bad breakup. Like it was really
I'm gonna be so angry.
And I made TikToks of my breakup. Like I would literally make TikToks of making fun of me.
What happened? I want to see if she was.
It's because
you said future. They said future is what?
All right, so if y'all follow me on social media, one thing about me is I am the queen of Mrs. Senor, or I don't know if I'm saying it right, like, but basically, like, I love toxic niggas. I love toxic memes. I love saying that about toxic niggas, which is why people always say that, oh, you love toxic niggas. I really don't. But they say Future is the leader of toxic niggas, and I'm like, no, it's really Drake. But because Drake is light skinned, like Drake says problematic shit in song, and people will be like, oh my god, it's Drake. Let's dance. Let's do the Cupid shuffle. But like Marvin's Room, at the end of it, he said her white friend said, "Nigga, I hope nobody heard it." Drake, you're black. You heard it. Why you ain't punching him in his shit? You black. Like what the fuck?
Yeah. So that song's fire.
That song is fire. That's my favorite go-to. That's my favorite go-to breakup song. Like when I be going through it and I'll be drinking and I'll be like when I do drink my Casamigos, because I'm a Casamigos head. I was on the Casamigos way before everybody started getting on it. I really was. I was on Casamigos at the beginning of the pandemic because like it's affordable, and I like tequila. I used to drink a lot of Jose Cuervo, and the only thing with Jose Cuervo is that shit used to give me the illest hangover the next day, especially the gold agave one. Like that shit used to. It was my favorite one because it got straight. I like my liquor to get straight to business when I'm drinking. I don't want to dance around. That's why I only drink champagne and tequila. That's it. I don't drink nothing else.
Yeah,
so,
get a nigga to the point.
The reason why I got on the Casamigos way before everybody started making it popular, because I remember during the pandemic, niggas could afford bottles and bottles of Casamigos. Casamigos, for a big ass bottle of it, there's no size. There's really 2 sizes: the XL and the double XL. That's how I call them. And it's $60 for the one size, the regular size that y'all see, and then I think the other one's $65. And it's made by George Clooney. It's a brand new tequila like that they push out on.
It's mad motherfuckers coming out with tequila. We just had the rock.
Tequila is what like it's a smoother drunk because it's a Mexican liquor, like it's fermented in Mexico. Yeah. I think I want to say it's a potato thing, but it might not be. I think it's from agave. But how they age it is that like it's a different type of thing. Like a reason why I like Casamigos, like I'm not gonna say like no bullshit, is because when I mixed it with anything, like when I mix it with pineapple juice, when I mix it with Sprite, you do not taste the Casamigos. You literally only taste the Sprite. You don't taste like how you mix Patron with things, you can taste like, oh god, it's Patron, like no, like you do the taste like. Yeah. I literally, when I first drank, I was like, holy shit, hold up, let me drink this whole thing. Maybe it's not strong, and that shit is 90 proof, so don't drink it fast because you won't remember the next day. It literally has its phases. Like, is it horny in here, or is it just me? Like, grandma, keep my name out your mouth. Blackout. Like, that's it.
That's only Hennessy does that to me. Like, tequila, I be chilling, but
I do not.
Hennessy made me take a break.
Yeah, Henny. Like, let me tell you. I drank Henny at a strip club in North Jersey, and I was literally in a strip club telling this one stripper, like, "I love you. I'll take you out the game. Like, don't ever." I love her.
I'll change your life.
Bianca, if you watch this, I love you. I'm a nigga. I told you.
For real.
They will tell y'all.
What's your mood again?
Why she dance on you too good? Like, look, why you doing?
She didn't even dance on me yet. She was just there. She was just giving.
I'm talking about. I know dudes that done that.
She was in the Aquarius.
I be saying that shit sometimes.
A stripper to dance on you is like
yes. So she did eventually dance on me, but before she danced on me, I was telling her her body was giving everything. She didn't speak a lot of English, and I was like, "Listen,
I don't understand that.
Like, you do not have to do nothing. I will take care of you."
I don't like strip clubs.
I do, but the only reason why I like strip clubs is because I'm a girl.
I've been to strip clubs. I've been to 2 or 3.
Have you been to Houston?
Her daughter was working.
It's not. I'm a.
Oh wow.
Like, it don't. It's like you've been dancing.
But it's not even that. Because some of them, I have a friend who is an ex-stripper, so I understand the politics of stripping. So maybe that's why I look at it differently, because I know the back end of like the stripper world.
Like
no, he doesn't like strip clubs. So let me tell y'all. It's different for different things. New Jersey has the worst strip club scene in the United States, I believe. That's my opinion, but I'm standing with it. Like I will.
But you come like he's a germaphobe, so you can't.
Yeah, so it's not even being a germaphobe.
It's the
experience. You don't have to get the up close dancing. I would say if you want to
get $20 and want to throw it.
Not even money wise. If you want to get the most
$20.
Go in there with when I go to the strip club, I'm not gonna hold you. Last time I went there, I went in there with $10 in my purse, and I had the time of my life. Okay,
you don't gotta. You don't have to. If you're a man, you don't gotta tell me all the time.
I'm also a beautiful female, so niggas be paying my way. But anyway. So when I was in Houston and I did have money because I went to Houston for my birthday.
How was that in Houston? I know Houston would be crazy.
Which is where I'm going to this. I love Houston. I will live in Houston. Everybody who knows me around me, Michelle will tell you, I love you. I'm gonna move there. Like, if I don't move there, I'm gonna buy a property there, like have a loft there, and rent it out as an Airbnb. But so I can have somewhere to go when I go to Houston, because Houston is my second home. Like, Houston is a city that literally, like, I never knew people can fall in love with like geographical places, but like I love Houston. Like, I put people onto Houston. If y'all want to go, I know the spots in Houston. Like, and I didn't even. I feel like me going to Houston the 2 times, I didn't even put a dent in Houston. Like, the shit to do in Houston. There's so much shit to do in Houston.
I need to go to Houston.
And another thing that I'm going to advocate for Houston is good for people our age group, like from 35 under, like 35, 25. Everybody there has bread, because you want to know why? You can make New Jersey money there. They have New Jersey salary there, but Houston prices, like for homes. So I can go to Houston making what I make now at the hospital and buy me a nice 3-bedroom house for $175K. I couldn't even buy somebody's garage for $175K in New Jersey right now. The way how they would tax the fuck out of me, and property tax and sewage tax, and they tax me just for breathing in Ewing, okay? Like, when I open and I'm a homeowner in Ewing. So when I open my taxes from you, and every time I be like, God damn, you and y'all might as well just tax me for being black. Like that's the only thing y'all don't tax me for. Shit, and I feel like if they knew that,
yes, they do.
Well, all right, this is the thing. When I identify on paperwork, I identify as a white woman. So I'm gonna tell y'all why I do that. But that's because when I pull up to job interviews or to like places, they be like, what the fuck? I be like, no, I identify as white. My great grandmother is a white woman, so I identify. You said I have to identify as things on my maternal side. My mama identifies as a biracial black woman, so I'm identifying as white, and that's just that. And my daddy is black. So yeah, Jamaican people, we are a mixed pot of people. Like there's Chinese Jamaican people, there's Japanese Jamaican
That's
people.
That's crazy. It is.
If you see my family, like if you line us up, we would not look like we're related. Nobody in my family.
I met an Indian.
My nephew, my sister is like maybe a shade or two lighter than you, probably your color. And my nephew is white. My nephew is white. I'm gonna show you. I just did a TikTok with him. This little boy is white. He's so cute. He's white. My brother is your complexion. My brother is probably darker than you. His kids are white. Yeah. They're white. These kids, white because of the lineage of my family. Like people don't think like like my family has that in them because looking at me outwardly, that's the thing about judging people on appearances. There's no such thing as what makes it look like. Like people just think, and I don't claim that. Like I claim I'm black, but like when I'm on paperwork, I'm a white woman. Like my business is under a white woman. My name is French. Ishel is French. It's actually pronounced Yashel. So when they look at my name, my name is Ishel Brown. That is the most conventional name you can make. Yeah. They're like, oh, this white woman named Yashel is coming in here, and then it's my ghetto black ass. Sometimes I got dreads under this wig.
Look at Sawat and be like, denied.
Yeah, I will literally bring my. I'll come in sometimes to interviews with my dreads. I have tattoos, like So yeah, this is my nephew. He is a white boy.
Holy shit.
He's white. His mom is. I'm gonna show y'all a picture of me and my sister. That's a video of me. Let me just show y'all the picture of me and my sister. I just posted a picture of us on my Facebook. And dog. That's my sister.
Beautiful.
So yeah, like we don't like. That's why I be telling people like, yeah, I identify as a white woman on paperwork, but in like on public, I'm black power, black queen. I'm for the black people. I am woke as fuck. Like I'm super woke. Like I'm probably one. Like I spread consciousness in a way that is relatable to the people around me. Like you can smoke a blunt with me. Like y'all smoke with me now, and I talk to y'all about octopus, like all the rabbit holes that I done went down on. Like, and I go down a lot of rabbit holes. So if y'all ask me the right thing, we can go down that rabbit hole if you want. But yeah, like I study a lot of things. Like I research a lot of things. Like late night on YouTube, my YouTube search bar is really crazy.
Okay, listen.
All right, so go hit me with it.
I had to cut you off.
Yeah,
we're gonna start the pod now.
All right, let's go. Wait, we weren't recording?
Yes.
No, we are. Yeah.
Start the pod
right. We're getting to our stuff.
That we start doing.
Okay, let's do this.
High Thoughts by AC.
I'm high as hell now. Tell you the tipsy? Okay.
That Bacardi trash.
Your contact high. You can say contact high thoughts.
Why are there so many dick-shaped fruits? Like, you ever thought about that? Like bananas, hot dogs, sausages.
You want a serious answer from me, or you want like a
maybe that's just
sarcastic?
Maybe that's just a gay mind.
But they're natural. Like I'm talking about.
Have y'all ever seen the movie Sausage Party? Where I'm about to.
Yeah.
So
I haven't seen it.
I
haven't seen it.
Don't watch it. It'll corrupt your mind.
Her in the bun. Him in the bun.
Yes, the bun.
What he got between the buns.
So I feel like,
wait, what? He got between what?
Yeah, it's called Sausage Party.
It's an animated movie.
Yeah, it's an animated movie, not for children. Ever.
Not for children.
Not ever children. Actually, don't even watch that shit.
It's about a sausage and a bun.
I didn't even know food could be porn. Like I never knew that food, but not literal food porn. Like
but like porn.
Food, fucking like
fucking
gay, straight, gang.
Fucking
all the categories of Pornhub.
Crazy. Get high and watch that
Pornhub. It's on Netflix. I don't recommend it, but yes. So where
I'm gonna have to go back and watch it. I only watched it once. I'm gonna go back and watch it.
It's horrible. I watched it in the movie theaters. That's even worse. Like I went to the movie theaters, paid to watch that shit, and was horrified at the end of it. I was like, wow. Oh my god, I should have known from the name. But I say that to say this, like, there's a lot of dick-shaped fruits because we're perverted as people. And honestly, a lot of bitches, and I'm not gonna lie, some people like to dick eat. So, people like to eat that shit up.
So imagine God had a sense of humor, though.
Huh?
God.
Yeah, God did have a sense of humor because there's a lot of fruits that are shaped like
they just don't like, make this, you know what I mean?
Have y'all ever seen an actual scallop open up? It looks like a whole vagina, like a clam scallop. They look like
some clams, right?
A lot of yeah, they do. So I'm saying a lot of fruits and foods that we eat look like the shit. Like, I mean, it was destined for us to eat butt and coochie and eat dick up because we are.
I always thought Ian.
It was.
I always thought Ian.
It was
tell the truth. I always thought Ian.
Think about it. Back in the medieval times,
they was eating ass in the medieval times. It was back then. It was wild nasty. That was nasty. You was dying off. You eat some coochie back then.
You had to. They had no soap and shit like that.
Especially if you were.
Oh my God!
A clear person. If you were a black person, you was green. But if you were a clear person, you was dying eating some coochie. Them women did not take showers for months. They only took showers when they got married that one time or once.
But how we know that?
You don't even know that. You don't know that. And how
about it? Never men even took showers.
They didn't. That's what I'm saying.
So that's some funky ass sex.
Yeah, that's I'm telling you. I seen a post on Facebook a couple years ago that said, could y'all imagine how wild the room smelled during sex during the medieval times? I think up until like 1930 something, like when we.
Damn, imagine back then. Imagine niggas was dying from a common cold.
I feel like that shit was nasty. That shit's nasty. People died from so many STDs back in that time too. Like people used to go blind from syphilis. Like, did you know Cotton Eye Joe was about the man literally losing his vision from having syphilis? Like, he lost his vision and made that song.
They ain't care about condoms. Like
People don't give a fuck about condoms now. Let's be real. Nobody gives a fuck about condoms. When's the last time I've seen a condom commercial?
For real.
Nobody gives a fuck about condoms.
I do. I care.
Nobody. Like, realistically in 2021, I feel like if you pull out a condom right now,
like, no condom on you?
You think I'm dirty?
You think I'm dirty? No condom on you?
Let me do a poll right now. How many condoms is in this room right now?
I bring condoms with me.
I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell the truth.
If you're going out party, you bring a condom.
Two or three times. If I fucked you 3 times in a row.
Listen, Brent Fayez said it. He said after the second time we fucking, there's no Jimmy Cat.
There's no more point.
And Brent Fayez is the king of toxic niggas.
Unless I know what type of time it is.
Listen, I'm listen. After the third time.
All right, Michelle. So if you were fucking with a dude, you guys are consistently fucking. Are you using a condom? Your ass.
Every time.
My ex, let me say something.
Every single time.
That's because he's trying to trap you. So if he wasn't trying to trap you, would you have started using?
He tried to come at you?
Yes.
He would. Not try.
He did.
I'll be like, yo, let me know when you're about to come. It's been 2 years.
But look at her. Wouldn't you try to trap her too? Like, be real.
So.
Immediately.
If I had a date with somebody, I would have shot her shit up. Like, what the fuck about it? You know what
you asking Earth Moon.
He's like, oh, you think you leaving me? I'm gonna be with you forever.
I'm leaving with something. Like, I gotta get something. I gotta tell people I'm hitting this. Nobody's gonna believe me.
Come on. I know you look in the mirror. You know how beautiful you are. I'm not inside of you.
No way. I'm not asking you.
Without a doubt.
I'm a girl. Tell me when you about to come.
Yeah.
I'm a lie. Like, yeah, baby. I done nutted 3 strokes ago type shit. Like, that's how a nigga would be. Like, I'm gonna let you know he been nutted. He probably been nutted.
That was the line right there.
What's up?
Yeah, he been nutted. Probably by you saying.
No, he been nutted.
He played that nut off.
No, he been nutted a while ago. He just be stroking. He acting like he still got it. You was a fucking toaster, not toaster. You was a what's it called, Twinkie a long time ago, girl. Oh, yeah.
You was a Twinkie a long time ago.
Filter up.
Yep, filter up with the cream filling. Okay. So no, I'm telling you this from based off of my experiences in dating. I've been single for a little minute now. And like being in too long.
Sorry, 3 years.
Like niggas, you see somebody, you meet somebody, y'all link. The first time they be like, all right, we're gonna be safe because I don't even know dudes like that. But the second time, if you bring condom, like, what, bitch? You think I got something? Like, you trying to say I'm dirty, bitch?
Nah, I'm
like,
cool. I'm cool with the second
niggas
time.
really will say that to you, like, and I'll be looking at them like, sir, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to be safe.
I wouldn't complain the second time.
Talking about.
It's the third time.
It's not that hard.
Nah, you're good for the third time. I know niggas that will.
I'm gonna show you I'm taking it off too. If you gonna say something, say something.
You look like you take showers, so I might not even try to use the condom the first time. Like, they might even pump fake, like, try to bust the condom wrapper open and pretend they put it on and then be like,
I'm not that sneaky. No. And I'm too straightforward.
But you also process things like our cancer. You're a straightforward person.
Yeah, your next relationship?
Yeah.
I'm saying,
make sure y'all know next nigga that get her, you better trap her because this ain't no game. Look at her, she's pretty, educated, and don't got no kids. She don't got no kids. She's nobody's big mom. She's literally she's in almost 30. So listen, she's in her prime.
The only reason I have kids is because Plan B is swallowing. That's it.
Okay, exactly. Holla back, girl. You swallow proof. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something.
Hold on. Let me say one thing. I'm an earth sign. You know that? I keep telling you.
You is a fucking Aquarius.
Listen to me. Hold the fuck on here. Are we hearing this right now?
This is real life shit. Like, I'm gonna tell y'all, this is real life shit. Okay, like, I got caught slipping. Okay, my baby dads, they knew. Like, they was like, listen, bitch, you not going nowhere. You is educated. You look like
we gonna talk off.
My first baby mom. When I got with her, I was like,
who's her zodiac sign?
She's
Taurus.
She's a Taurus.
Okay. I don't like that.
Does she be wanting child support?
No.
Earth baby moms. Like if you have an Earth sign who's a baby mom, we don't. Child support isn't our bag. Like it's not our bag. We'd rather the nigga take care of the kid and actually like be there for the kid. Like I feel like other people who do that, they have feelings for the baby dad or they're spiteful or they're probably another sign.
And my thing is this: when we was together, she broke up with me.
No,
she broke up with me
because honestly,
she said I was too adult for her.
Too adult for you.
Other understanding.
I was too adult for her. She wasn't ready to be in like
a
real relationship. So we separated.
Person that get the authentic.
And then she found out she was pregnant.
Downplay like
DNA tested my kid.
Because it made
we both was under the impression we couldn't have kids because it's been years. Like I'm 34.
She's good.
She was 26. With the same dude for mad long. I guess it was that. And then she ain't get pregnant to the end of our relationship. We was only together.
It always happens like that. Right?
Yeah.
Always.
That's some fucked up shit. I had the DNA test.
He was bad.
Who was it? Nah. Brittany Renner.
But
I don't disagree with her.
I love her. First of all,
don't be the dummy.
She was honest the whole time.
She had to be.
She flirted.
I mean, I want accountability on both ends. I feel like he should have known who he was fucking with. Like that's a saying that I live by.
You can't blame her.
I don't blame her. I didn't say I blame her. I'm just saying like
it's all on him.
Women who have intentions like that because at the end of the day, even if she didn't intentionally like be like, oh, I'm gonna trap him.
She did. She said it.
No.
It's on social media. She said she was looking for a rich nigga. And she found one.
But she set her intention.
But she said she was in love.
She did.
And to be true, she was with other people that was richer.
But academics put her in her place the other day. I don't know. Y'all.
Academics
saw her. He was like, listen. He was like, yeah, you can say all this. Like, you get all these niggas and that. But you're a side chick at the end of the day.
Of course.
And she was like, how am I a side chick? Like, I was in love with my man and stuff like that. He was like, but did he wife you? Did he choose you? Did he marry you?
Yeah.
No. You were somebody that, you know.
So do you agree with Brittany?
Yeah.
The thing is, I feel like if a man is gonna go raw on you,
doesn't matter. Men go raw on anything. Men will go raw on a pineapple.
No, let us speak.
You're accepting being a parent.
Right.
Yeah.
That's all what you do. Yeah, that's why I said accountability.
Like, listen,
is that fair though?
Try to be one.
Yeah.
No, how is that?
Is that fair?
That is fair.
It's fair.
That one,
it don't matter if you're drunk or not.
What if it was y'all? I met you at the bar. Let me give you a scene.
He's an athlete.
Let me give you a scene.
Okay.
You're at the bar, having a good time.
But hers is
somebody's birthday weekend.
It's premeditated because she went.
So
she was going to his campus.
Finds
going
you.
to his campus and watching him.
Y'all go back, have sex.
Career skyrocketed.
9 times out of 10, as a drunk man, you got
from college to the NBA. She was watching him.
You still gotta be accountable for your
Listen, she set her intentions on what she wanted. He knew
that pussy is good. Yeah. Let's keep it real.
And you're bad.
Ain't pulling out.
And you're bad.
Listen, if you're bad, and your pussy's good, it don't matter. At the end of the day, you catch the right nigga.
Because missionary, you're gonna come.
You catch the right nigga at the right time.
Yeah, missionary, you get pregnant.
You get pregnant,
and you have something over.
I don't think you get.
Don't even look at that.
It's only one way a woman can get pregnant. Is this missionary?
No, because I got pregnant from the side each time.
I don't know.
But anyway, yeah. So back to Brittany Renner. I was saying this like. They're both accountable for this. One, because she's been following him. She was going to his campus when he was in college. And up until his NBA career. So he is equally to blame, but he's young. So y'all know when y'all was young. Y'all don't think, like how y'all process how y'all go into situations.
No.
Y'all look at situations.
I can't agree to that. Number one, I'm not no basketball star. Number two, when I was young, I used condoms. I was more scared back then.
I mean, my mom put the fear. My mom put the fear of Jesus in me, but
I only don't use condoms.
I did, but I took a gamble. You know what I mean?
Some people
cheat. I don't do none of that.
You gotta remember, he was a popular dude, so he had all the bitches throwing themselves at him. Brittany Renner is literally like
he should have known better.
No, he didn't because
he's not going to know better.
Brittany Renner, you can go on social media.
But he didn't.
No, but think about it. Hold on.
He was on his Drake shit. Like I could change her.
I'm not taking their side, but listen.
Drake wouldn't know.
But listen to this though.
I could change her. Like he that shit.
He only.
That's why I said they're both accountable. Both of them are wrong as fuck to me because he shouldn't blame her for taking his son.
That is some Drake shit.
But yeah, he literally was.
So he can't see his son at all.
No, well he can, but it's like they're going through like a child support thing. Like I think he pays a hefty amount of child support to her, like a hefty amount. Like he pays her a good fucking.
Man, he better stay in that gym.
Like in the 100,000s, like she gets a month. It's like $100K a month, like.
Who was her lawyer? What the fuck?
I wish academics little thing. I hope he got a full interview instead of that 8 minute shit.
Nah, he got a full interview.
But you know what's crazy? I didn't know that. I knew academics like in the earlier years. Like I knew academics from 08, 09ish. Like, but I knew him as somebody completely because he's from North Jersey, so he used to be hanging out with this dude that used to rap, that I used to date, that went to Rutgers, and I didn't know. And then one day I was on Facebook like, why am I tagging this video with academics? And I was like, oh shit, this is DJ Academics. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's crazy. But
was he a DJ at first? I'm hearing the DJ Academics.
He was a regular person, like, but I feel like Instagram, Twitter, and stuff like that. They create like if you capitalize, even now, like I'm not gonna say even then back then, but even now, right there in this moment in time, because there's still people popping up as budding social media stars and taking those opportunities. You find the right thing to do on social media, you can literally blow up, like like do whatever you want. I've seen people who were ordinary niggas like Clarence. I know Clarence. Clarence's brother is from North Brunswick. His brother is Joshua White. They are from North Brunswick. Clarence just lived in New York with her dad.
Clarence again. Who's Clarence?
And he dates Queen Naija. Clarence, the pretty boy dude. And the reason why he loved it is because he posted a picture of his haircut on Facebook, and bitches were like, oh my God, he is bae, and he went viral off that shit. And going viral, I feel like off yourself, like not even off like a meme or off, just going on viral off yourself. That shit opens so many doors. Like, look at the dude with the mugshot. Like, people don't realize the power of social media, like how it can really like put you in the forefront of different things. Open doors to different things. He literally is with Queen Naija living his best fucking life. Like, both of them capitalized off social media. She used YouTube as her platform. He took his viral shit from Instagram, Facebook, and all that, and they literally connected off that shit. Like him being a viral dude, and she shot at him like, yeah, I wanted to talk to you after her. And these niggas have a kid together. They're like, Teen Shade Room loves them. Like Queen Naija is top. She had like 1 million subscribers on YouTube. Like these are like everyday normal people that were normal, just like you and I, doing the same things that we're doing right now. Yeah. And because they found that one thing that they never gave up on, consistency, and they did it and blew up off that shit. Like Queen Naija consistently put out YouTube videos. Clarence consistently, after he went up, he posted all his looks, every look. Like he was literally the epitome of the pretty light skinned nigga that you would see like on every girl Man Crush Monday at the time when we used to really do that.
Fuck them light skinned niggas.
Light skinned niggas be having the advantage because they be having women in the chauffeur. Look at Lil Meech right now. Look at Lil Meech right now.
I said niggas.
Other light skinned people.
I like light.
This is light skinned.
Girls is cool, but light skinned niggas. Fuck them. Fuck.
So you like dark skinned niggas?
I got some friends right now.
She like dark skinned niggas. I'm just gonna point that out there. Yeah, light skin on light skin violence.
Fuck them light skinned niggas.
God is good.
Dark skinned dudes, they be heartbreakers.
Somebody said that y'all be chocolate colored live.
Listen, we got good D, and
nah, man, we good people, man.
Darker hue.
I feel like the darker the hue, the more pure the love and connection. But I only personally attract light skinned niggas. I don't know why, like
because you brown skin.
Yeah.
Light skinned niggas they're doing the little brown or dark.
Yeah.
Is that true? Because I always go off that. It's true because I like skin too.
My friends are my two close friends, like her and my other best friend. They are of the lighter complexion. They are light skinned women. They even though they have dark skinned souls, they are light skinned women.
My best friend is light skinned. My best friend light skinned.
They would date the blackest of the. I mean, like I'm talking about, like these niggas would be as black as that bag sometimes, and I'd be like, "What the fuck, nigga? Like you dating Akon, and I'm over here dating fucking light skinned nigga Al, Lil Meech, all them little niggas like that. Like, and they be like, "Why you like light skinned niggas?" They be pretty boys, and they were pretty boys. Like a lot of the dudes that I dated felt they looked better than me.
They didn't though.
They didn't. They were.
No, of course not.
The last recent dude that I was dealing with, he actually hated the fact that I would be on Facebook cracking jokes, and he was literally doing the same thing. But he felt like I would take his shot. I take his shot.
Yeah, that's some bullshit. Never.
I don't lie. The light skinned woman is my weakness. I will lie.
Okay, so are we back on? Let me know when we're back on.
No, we've been on.
Oh,
yeah. So yeah.
Been on.
Okay.
Ooh, a red bone. Ooh.
So I'm the person that attracts all the light skinned niggas. Like I get all the light skinned dudes. Like I think like dark skinned dudes only like fuck with me in secret. Like they be like, we can't tell people that we date each other. Like we can't tell nobody that we talk to each other. I'm like, sir, you is my brother. Like we look the same. Like we is the same. Stop acting like this.
Now who is that? Now cut it out. I like a little brown skin chick.
Listen, I'm not.
Who's that dude on Mario? Little almond. Your almond brown.
Listen, I'm cinnamon. Okay, I'm a cinnamon. That's why I identify as. I told you when I walked in the door. That is my alter ego, cinnamon. Okay, so if y'all ever see cinnamon outside, just know.
Little cinnamon.
But yeah, like I identify as cinnamon. Like a lot of people be like, "Oh, you be trying to be light skin or you be trying to be dark skin." I'm literally a brown skin person. So in the wintertime, like I get a little lighter. And sometimes when I got back from Miami, I was black as hell. Like I went to Miami in September and I was black as fuck when I got back. I was literally naked in Miami every day that I was there. I love when I get dark, like my skin. But the only thing is that since I'm brown skin, I don't tan evenly. Like I literally, my nose turns red in the wintertime. Like that's embarrassing. Okay, it turns red
because you're a little lighter.
I start crying. Like when I start crying, my nose will literally turn red. I'd be like, "Why the fuck is this happening?" Like, so yeah. So I'm just like that.
Yo, I don't care. Listen,
color shit to me is no thing.
I have to say,
like, I love all my brothers. Like, I love black people. I love black love. I love seeing black love. I want my kids. I want my kids to experience black love. My parents get black love. I like
God damn it!
I'm sorry.
God damn it! Can I talk?
I'm sorry. That's my Capricorn Mercury.
Holy fuck!
Sorry.
You been talking.
You got light skin soul.
For 2.5 hours.
Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry.
So but God damn it, you has been the best guest.
I told you.
The best talkative guest we had on this pod ever.
Listen.
Ever. I swear to God. As a female guest, you have been
yes.
The most talkative.
Period.
As a guest, period.
I'm sorry, y'all.
This is your podcast.
Don't apologize.
Don't apologize. You are great. It wasn't in the weed shit.
I love it.
At first I thought you were shy back there.
Interesting stuff.
She said I was talking before. We had like a 45-minute conversation before we even started the pod. That was great. That was not filmed.
Energy, like that's the thing about me. I'm
holy shit.
Like,
I was like, yo, give Michelle a chance.
You sound like I don't know. My friends are like literally like they are me too. Like they act like that, but they try to act shy and cute and coy. But I'm literally the one that be like out there. Like
Michelle, I guess I'm looking at you right now. God damn it.
Can I tell you
anyway.
Young May has a vibrator called a pocket rocket out right now.
The flower thing?
No, it's like a little.
Do you know about the rose?
Yeah.
Rose.
Yeah. Have you tried the rose?
I haven't tried it.
I have it. I'm a firm believer in it.
No.
Oh, okay, all right. That's still 2 fingers.
I have one. My girl has one upstairs.
The rose is
amazing.
Number one.
Amazing.
Number one.
I got jealous of that shit. I got jealous of the rose.
I used it instead of my mouth.
The rose. It's literally. It was.
She ain't complain that night, but the next day she's like, "You think you slick? Mm-hmm. You owe me some head."
Nah, that rose is crazy.
You can put your finger.
Yo, I'm gonna lie, your fellas. Look at me right now. I'm looking at the camera. You see that rose? Throw that shit in the garbage.
If y'all have a relationship or a situationship or whatever, a sneaky link, get a rose and use it on them, and still use yourself too. That shit is.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's what I'm saying. It's nuts.
The rose. I have the rose now, and that's why I'm content with being single. Before I used to be stressing.
See, you see the problem is you over there having.
She's thinking like, where I saw that.
No. You know what?
Where I saw that.
They sell it. They sell it on Amazon. It's $30.
Hold on, Miss Cinnamon. Her problem is you better give a nigga a chance because you over having 3 or 4 orgasms in a row. You better That nigga been trying to take you out for the longest.
Niggas can do that, Swat. I see niggas.
It's niggas that can do that.
I don't know.
It is niggas that can do that too. It is.
It's niggas out here that can do that.
You know what I mean? No problem. You better cut that out.
They will make me like put my rolls away. Like they'd be like, all right, sorry.
Cut that out. You over here nutting 4 or 5 times in a goddamn row.
My thing is this. my girl has a rose.
It comes in handy. Let me tell you.
I still knock her socks off.
I don't give a fuck. I was jealous of that shit. Bitch, what the fuck you mean you tired?
When you're in a long relationship, sex is. People think like when you're in a relationship with a person, I say for more than a year, you're gonna be happy when they have that toy because they're off your fucking back. Because they're off your fucking back.
I keep it all the way real here. Yeah. I have one too.
Yeah.
A male sex toy.
Yeah. I'm not gonna hold you. I've dated men who have that. They have the suction cup thing.
Oh my God.
He has the settings, and he used to give me the setting for.
It strokes and vibrates at the same time.
He used to give me the settings, so I used to control it on my phone. Like I'd be at work, like, all right, hold on, let me set this up. He'd be like, I'm about to put it on. Let me set it up, and I'd be like, yeah, all right. When I get home.
Yeah. So do you prefer the toy or the real thing?
Real thing all the way, but
the toy is just a substitute.
It's like a substitute, but it's like to I feel like
it's better than jerking off
because they have that energy built up.
Wait, when you're, I want all 3 of y'all.
Okay.
When you're mad at your spouse, right? Do you not fuck them?
No,
I'm still fucking you.
I
will
fuck you.
With the same attitude.
Nah.
Yeah,
I probably won't get it because you
go on my side of the bed.
It probably won't happen.
No, that's
y'all. I just don't want it.
Y'all are Arizona. I'm not Arizona.
I will.
I didn't say that was me. I was asking.
I will still fuck the shit out of you in my anger.
The thing is,
I want you to take all the anger out of me.
Yeah,
like, choke me out like Mark
choking.
Simpson. Like just fucking strangle me, throw me around a little bit, call me all.
Sometimes I think my girl
call me all types of
gets
bitches
mad at me. It makes me get.
I'm not gonna hold you. I used to do that. I used to literally piss my nigga off. Piss him off on purpose. Like I would have nothing to be mad about, and I would literally piss him off because I knew that when he would manhandle me when he was mad, it would be so much better. Like I literally, all right. So I used to be toxic before. Like I'm reformed. Like I'm changing now. She said, but I still have my ways. But my baby dad, me and my baby dads have a long history. I've done a lot of toxic shit with him, but one of the most toxic shit I did to him was I had dropped him off in the middle of nowhere in Trenton, out of the section, and drove off and went home. Left him out there in the street. But before that, he had stole my car before that. Like, I had hopped out of the car, tried to kick him out. He stole the car, drove off, came back, got me. And then I got in the car, drove off, left him. So he walked back to our house. We lived out the section, so it wasn't that far. It was maybe like a 15-minute walk. He walked home angry, banging on the door. He came inside. We had sex and we were fine. And we were laughing and joking about it. He was like, bitch, don't ever leave me on the side of the street again. I was like, I'm going to spin back for you. But I felt like the more you walk, the angrier you would get. He came in and took all that anger out on me. I was like, oh,
see, you honest about it. My girl ain't gonna tell me she's doing it.
Nah,
but I know.
But because, you know, he's not here. Like, at that time, we laughed and joked about it after that. But at the time, like, when he was getting...
Oh, this is what you're doing this for.
Yeah. And sometimes I'm not gonna lie. Like, that act right sex be the one. Like, it be the one. That act right. Like, give me some of that act right. Like, I'm the person, like, I used to be saying that. Like, yeah, I need some act right today. Like, I'm gonna need that. Like, I'm gonna need that act right. I'm gonna need you to, like, spank me like I'm a bad baby type shit. Like, yeah, I'm that type of person. Like, I have them very, very different facets.
I have another question. Okay. What's the biggest size nigga?
Oh my god.
Bro, dildo. You think it's appropriate?
It depends.
I don't even use dildos.
You don't like penetration?
I know I love, like, for when a man is penetrating, yes. But
It's
dildo.
all about stimulation for women, I guess, right?
Our orgasms are stimulation.
I don't even, like, when I'm pleasuring myself, I don't even use 2 fingers inside. I just
It's the clitoris.
Yeah,
okay, yeah.
Some clit, sir. Please. Men will be. This will be the play. Men will be like, please. What the?
Yo, come on. You know what it is? A nigga be thinking he doing something when he in that hole.
I'm the person that will tell you. Like, I'll be like, this. I like listen.
Like, yeah, what are you doing?
I'm super honest. Like, y'all can hear it now. I'm super honest. I'm very blunt. So, like, if a man is missing my club, like, sir, like, I'll move you. Like,
stay up there.
And if I have to move you 2 times, if I have to move your head 2 times,
what do I see you doing this to a nigga head?
I'm gonna get you the fuck up.
I pay attention. I pay attention to sex, and so the clit has always been my focus. The whole
cancers are about stimulation. They're sensual beings. They're sensual beings. So I feel like as a cancer,
I love making my girl.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. Yes, I'm shuffling them out. But yeah, sex for cancers, I feel like is a sensual experience for y'all.
Yeah, I want to make her feel. That's my favorite part of sex.
Is an enjoyable experience for y'all. It's not straight business. I feel like a lot of men. I said this to my friend the other day on the phone. A lot of men do not have sex with us to have sex with us, like for the experience. They have. I'm sorry for saying that. No, they have sex with us to masturbate with our bodies, kind of in a way. Like they literally use our bodies to masturbate.
I mean, if you look at it,
it's literally penetrate. We don't get no orgasm sometimes from it. We get nothing from it.
Listen. I never in life had an orgasm until I got with the cancer.
Because cancer makes sex a sensual experience. It's an experience.
Let me tell you something.
And his dick wasn't even big.
It don't have to be. That's the thing. That's a myth. I'm gonna tell y'all. It's a myth. Myth? Yeah, it's a myth.
It's a myth, man.
I know how to use that.
If you know how to use your mouth and your dick,
what you just said, I don't think it's a girl that I've had sex with that hasn't had an orgasm.
Okay.
That is more important to me than my.
And that's what makes women more sprung than a big dick. Like
I mean, hey man, and not everybody is blessed doing that. We about to sit out here.
Like y'all got a big dick,
and this is the truth.
Where's it taking you?
You gotta. The point of sex is for her to have it. If she has an orgasm, it's a high chance that I'm gonna hit it again.
Yeah,
and that is the point.
Yeah.
Right?
It ain't just hey, listen. If you don't get an orgasm the first time, it's always a second chance.
Kissing on the body, like
it's always a second time.
Sex and experience. Foreplay for cancers is there. Like it's number one. Foreplay and cancer.
I got lazy in my time though.
I mean, yeah, you got lazy in your time.
My girl, I eat the pussy. But all that kissing, I feel like sucking nipples is pointless.
It depends on the woman.
Yeah.
Some love it, some women don't.
Like,
and when most people that do like it. Don't press my face into your titty. I can't breathe. Like I'm already.
People like to suffocate.
Yeah.
Like
we like to suffocate.
Don't smother me.
Y'all need to. I need to know that you're willing to die for this coochie and this body. Like I need to know that you're willing.
I'm willing to go the distance.
Okay, that's what I need to know. That's really.
I want to be tired
of will for y'all. Like I need to know. Are you willing to die for this pussy? Like
I want you to get up.
I ain't willing to die for it, but
almost fall. I mean, legs is weak.
I shouldn't even be able to get up after sex. I should be so drained from all the organs that I had that I should just take a nap after I'm done having sex with you.
Most of the time,
and I have to use my vibrator after we have sex. You need to just go home. You go home, hang it up. And
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about we finished. We both thirsty. It's nothing to drink.
Oh yeah, that one too.
I'm not getting up. You're getting up to go get the juice, and I'm not asking.
Why you ain't put the juice?
You got something on your side.
My girl be like,
in a bucket of ice.
Yeah,
my girl be like, you got something to drink on your side? I'll say no. Yeah. I ain't got nothing. She get up. Gotta grab the bed.
Yeah, you gotta grab the bed for a second. Like, okay,
sit back down.
Regroup.
Take a couple breaths.
That's because her soul had left her body, so she has to let it slowly come back to
and that is the proudest moment that I ever had.
But also, I believe cancer are soul snatchers.
That my pride is like.
Now that you say that, next time, like, you know what I mean, when I get into the next relationship, I'm gonna act like he ain't do shit. Even if he blew my mind, I'm gonna just be like,
you can't act. Your body will tell.
Your body.
I'm gonna hide that shit.
I feel like the man, if he knows that you're hiding it, he will literally get it out of you, because I've literally
don't hide it.
Who will be like, they will not get nothing out of my face, and they will try to they will get it out of me.
Oh no, that's dangerous.
With a non-motive.
I met some dangerous.
When a bitch just don't say no reaction.
No, I had to tell her to open up. She used to bite her lips so hard that it used to be bleeding.
That's that cancer shit.
Because she
was
told by somebody else that she make ugly faces.
No.
So she was trying to hide it, and ain't like how she moaned. But
no.
I told her, let it out. And she started letting it out.
And I feel like once she let it out with you, and was that probably was like a vulnerability for her. Like, cancers, y'all allow people to be vulnerable with y'all. Even if y'all ain't shit, y'all do allow people to be vulnerable with y'all.
Even if they ain't shit, that's right.
Okay? Like, y'all allow people to be vulnerable with y'all. Like,
yeah, one bad experience.
It wasn't
bad. It wasn't bad.
I don't want to say it's a cheating thing.
It was just more so like it was a lot of serious unfortunate events that led up to it. But I feel like if
don't judge every cancer.
If circumstances were different, I feel like they would be together. If their circumstances were different in their relationship, they would still be together, because outside of all that, he had more good qualities than bad qualities too. It's just he was a shit as a person.
And this is just living in my truth and finally being in a place to be able to say this without getting like overly emotional. Cancer is crazy. Yes. The reason I left the relationship is it's not, and I don't even say it's not the what happened. It's the not taking accountability. We was in public, and this man punched me in my face and tried to convince me that he didn't have it. I showed the person.
Yeah, he tried to tell her she was fixing her mask.
He was like, no. He said he was trying to flick me on the lips. That's what he said. I still got all.
Maybe he was.
No. Like this. That's not flicking the lips.
What do you say? Come out. What do you say anything to trigger him?
No.
Ain't no trigger. You don't hit a woman.
No, I know that, because the women know how to cut deep to a man.
I would never punch a woman. I would never slap a woman. But I would be honest. I might choke you a little bit.
Listen, I done been mushed before, and I done been choked.
I don't like that either. I would never punch a woman. Never.
I was laughing at him because he got caught in a lie, and I'm like, I finally caught this motherfucker in a lie.
Yeah.
He pretty much had my call forwarded to his phone, and I was trying to figure out how he got my friend's number. So he reached out to my friend, and I was laughing at him. I'm goofy as hell. I'm laughing. I'm cracking up. I'm like, you mad?
Yeah.
I'm laughing. Next thing I know, it's spook, and I'm like, oh
Was
shit.
it like a hard punch, or was like you held back a little bit?
Enough to like make her shocked, like scared and shocked.
Yeah.
She left immediately after that. They had their whole thing. But that's the main reason why they fell out. Which is why I said, like, I feel like if circumstances were different, I feel like their situation eventually could have worked out. But because of that aspect of it, I told her, I was like, I don't think he respected the person.
She was like, nah, you go back to him, or
our question is over. I don't deal with no shit like that. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Me, to be my friend, to actually be like, I have a lot of people who know me.
That's a strong friend right there to tell you that.
I'm a real honest friend. Like, my friends will tell you, just as raw as I am with y'all, I'm a raw friend to them. I do not hold back.
I will be honest. Cancers are crazy.
Yeah, I don't kiss
ass. I'm a little crazy.
I don't kiss ass. I don't sugarcoat shit. I tell you what it is.
That's a true friend.
Even if it hurts your feelings, like,
because if you do it one time, then what happens the second, third, and fourth time? Yeah.
And at that point, my dad was like, "This." When he was like, "Listen, this happened again, and I'm not gonna say too much. It's the internet."
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Yeah, right. Of course.
My only choice was to leave.
Well, it wasn't your only choice. You could have stayed. You could have stayed fucking with him on the low.
Because if something else happened, then other people
they wouldn't
been involved.
They didn't. People. There was a few people that didn't give a
Yeah, so you it's not like you didn't have no choice. You just made the choice to not escalate it for
made a good decision.
That was the best decision for you at that time, because if you would have,
and you as a friend saying that to her, that's
I was
real
on
shit.
the phone with her, and I've been with her through the whole situation from the minute to the thing. And when she was dealing with him for a year on and off, and like I said, 2 years. And before they met, I didn't know him, and when she told me about him, I was like, he gives me bad vibes, but whatever, you like him, so just be careful with him.
See, other women would have stayed. I would just he made a mistake.
A lot of women stay. Like, I'm not gonna hold you. A lot of women stay with men who do that, and then they realize in the long run, like, I'm gonna say this. I have a brother. I have 2 daughters, and I think me having daughters made me more like I will be willing to be single than to be in a relationship with a man because I never witnessed my mom getting her hands put on her. So when that happened to me, I was like, I'm not about to start this in no generation. Like this is not gonna start with me. It starts and ends with me. So when somebody did feel comfortable to put their hands on me, I was like, yeah, this is done. This is done. I gotta go. I tell my friends that I'm like, listen, I didn't say. I left that nigga immediately.
Yeah, I've been hit.
And men get hit too. Like I've seen women put their hands on men too. So
I've been punched in the face 15 times straight.
Gender neutral. It's gender neutral.
I laughed at it.
No, it's gender
neutral. Man, we laugh at that a little slap.
Laugh at the punch in the face, but think about the men who have been stabbed by their girlfriends. Think about the men.
That's wild. No.
Cleaning products on them.
That's when a man gets to punch the shit out of you.
I've seen men in burn wards. You gotta remember, I work in a hospital. I work in healthcare for most of my adult life. I've seen men who have had burns, who have had little physical ailments because of women who were abusive to them because they were like, I'd rather you not be with nobody. Like men get abused too, and a lot of people don't talk about it because people don't think men have feelings. They think men are supposed to be strong all the time, and men are not.
No, it's okay. No, you good. Okay. I'm sorry, yo. This McCarty will fuck your speech up.
McCarty will bring it to the party.
But I don't condone women hitting men hitting women at all.
I feel like adults should keep their hands to themselves.
Keep your hands to yourself.
I'm not your child, don't beat me.
My thing is, why are you letting somebody get you that tight? Because me, I'm gonna laugh at you.
Yeah.
In that situation. I mean, I can laugh at you now in that situation, laughing at somebody.
I can say
because she had a good support system too.
I can say
y'all do the same thing. I laugh at shit.
So you really don't let.
I can say hurtful things.
Like you're really upset about words. Like my friend would say, words in the dictionary really fucking your mental up like that. Like,
yeah, like you. I always say you let me live right through your mind like that to make you mad. Like that's how I look at it.
But listen, I want to get down to these tarot cards real quick. Let me. So, you know what I mean?
It's gonna be y'all today.
Okay, let me first. I want to say, let me go first. Let me go first.
Let me introduce my tarot cards for people who don't know.
Wait, didn't that one fall when you did one of my readings?
Yeah, that's This is a piece of selenite. Selenite is for my I collect crystals. I collect and teach about crystals, healing and stuff like that. Vibrational energy. Music is one way of healing. I teach about meditation. I'm actually launching a YouTube channel to teach urban people about how to meditate because I feel like people when they think of meditation, you think of people sitting crisscross on the floor. There is 8 known styles of meditation, but you can freestyle meditation to the way you want. So anyway, back to my tarot cards.
I feel like I meditate a lot because sometimes I sit with a clear mind.
If you sit in clearness and stillness for more than 5 minutes, that's meditation. If you sit in silence with clearing your thoughts and doing that, that's meditation.
What about driving with nothing playing?
Driving with nothing playing is a form of meditation. That's driving meditation. Actually, music is forms of meditation too. Certain frequencies of music and songs can help you achieve certain thought waves or feelings and stuff like that. Like, have you ever noticed you listen to certain music or you play certain music to make you feel a certain way?
That's fucking crazy. I do.
Yeah, and you probably have a playlist for certain things.
Yeah,
and
that's a form
my
of favorite rapper.
I don't.
Is Lil Uzi.
I don't lie.
I like Trippie Redd.
Lil Uzi makes what I call 520. It's like 527 or 28 hertz music, which is that deals with your solar plexus. So that deals with a lot of creativity. That deals with high energy. Like that is yellow. That's the color yellow. So he deals with a lot of that. So yeah.
Experience calming on all.
So I'll keep going though. So
I've been looking like he's busy.
Yeah,
I collect crystals. They all correlate with the different chakras in your body. So this is calcite. This is tiger's eye. No, that's the tree. That's the tree. This is tiger's eye right here. This is tiger's eye right here. This is jade. Put it on for a second. Yeah, and this is amethyst. But I also have other ones. Like I have rose. I give rose quartz to people that I like or love. Like, or if you are a person who I feel like needs a little more love in your life, whether it's self-love, love around your friends or your family or your kids, I'll give you some rose quartz. Huh? Oh. I'll send you her Instagram later. I'll send you her Instagram in a little bit.
You asked for my Instagram?
Yeah.
Okay. So with tarot has, it's like a deck of cards. Like you know how to play spades?
Yeah.
But tarot is a bigger deck. So tarot has 78 cards in the deck. There's suits. So there's the major arcana, which are like the big face cards. So you have the major arcana cards, and then you have the suits, which are pentacles, wands. What did I say? Pentacles, wands, swords, and cups. They all represent the zodiac sign. So I can tell you timings. I can tell you certain things that you're going through, certain events. All the cards mean something. There's 78. Now, keep in mind, there's 78 cards in this deck. So the chances and probability of you getting the same card twice is unlikely. There are people who I've done readings for who will get the same card months apart in readings. There are people who will do a reading the same day, get the same card. It will fly out one time when I'm shuffling the cards, and then when I pull the cards, that card will come out because those are messages. Like when I do my tarot, I tap into what is called my spirit side. Like I have guides that speak to me and guide me through these things. So they basically help me see things because I am what you would call a clairvoyant empath. So I can see things, pick up like symbols, images, and things like that. Basically from seeing somebody, touching somebody, or empathetically like feeling them. Like if me talking to you, like if you were going through an emotion that I could feel it. If I was to get close enough to you, if I touch you, I could feel what you're feeling sometimes. Like depending on how open I am.
How many times have you shuffled your deck?
It depends on how I'm feeling. I don't have a specific number.
Okay. Have you ever shuffled bad and you got the person the same?
I've shuffled. So this is not my only tarot deck. This is just my favorite tarot deck. This is my deck that. This is my first tarot deck. So how I got into tarot is I was gifted my deck. That's usually how you're supposed to get into tarot. But a lot of people since COVID would buy tarot decks off Amazon and just learn tarot that way. But I was actually gifted this deck by someone, and they were like, I was against tarot. I thought tarot was like the devil's work and shit like that before I started doing it. And then when I started reading them, and I was just reading for people for free on Facebook, I was like, wait a minute. Every time I read this, I don't know nothing about tarot. Like I'm literally reading from the book, like the tarot book that they give you with the cards. I don't even have the book with me now. That's all I've been doing. I've been doing it for, it'll be 3 years. Actually, it's 3 years now in October. It's been 3 years. So since 2019, I've been reading tarot cards. I went to Atlanta, came back, got my tarot deck, and that's how that happened. So tarot really is good. Like I like how it is because I base people off of certain tarot cards. Like if you're telling me a situation, I will tell you a tarot card to look up sometimes. Like, look this tarot card up and tell me if this resonates with you. People are like, what the fuck? I feel like, what? And they will literally tell me the bare minimum. Sometimes you don't even have to tell me shit. Like you don't have to tell me nothing. I'll be like, matter of fact, I'm feeling like this energy is wrong. Like,
so I'm gonna go first.
Okay, so there's 2 ways that I do my tarot readings. I do what's called an intuitive reading, where it's like I'll just shuffle the cards and you tell me like the cards will fly out whatever you want and we can use that, or you can pull your own cards. Like I can let you pull cards that you want. Like I can spread my cards out. You pick 3 cards and then you can do it that way.
Okay.
So you let me know. What do you want to do?
We do a 3 card.
Okay, so you want to pull your cards?
Yeah.
Okay.
The 3 cards, past, present, and future.
Yeah, I'm gonna do past, present, future. Ooh. Or matter of fact, I'm not gonna do past, present, future. I'm gonna do the present advice for you from my tarot deck and the outcome if you listen to my advice.
But I want you to also put into mind that, like, because when I did the 3-card reading,
I ended up having to pull more cards.
Accurate as fuck, but the thing is, it wasn't. It was.
Sometimes you don't know. It will be.
I kind of feel like I don't want to pick. I want to like.
You should.
You do.
Let me tell you. I've
read
cards for people that I don't know. Like I've met them like in passing. I had a client. My furthest client in my tarot business was in Utah.
Wait.
In Utah on Facebook.
Before you pick your time.
Think about what you're going to ask me. This card is his present. This is his present. He picked this unconsciously. So think about what advice would you want to hear from my tarot card? What advice would you want to hear based on your present?
With your spirit right now. Pick the card that resonates with your spirit.
And then the outcome is going to be the last card. So
okay.
Yeah. You don't have to think like hard. Just like think about what
some
you're
reason
thinking.
I want to go with this one.
The one all the way at the end.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hold you. Those end cards usually be the ones for people, and you have one more card.
That goes in my spirit.
Just think about it. This card is your outcome. So whatever the advice is my tarot cards give you, that is the outcome if you follow my advice. Actually, I'm gonna pick another card because I want to know the outcome.
Shit get crazy. Let me tell you something.
That's what I'm saying. I want her to pick another card. So after that, because I want to see your outcome if you don't listen to the advice. So this is your outcome if you listen to my advice.
Okay.
Pick another card.
Also,
so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna set my cards up in a certain way. This is the first card, second card, 1, 2, 3.
I don't know what to pick.
Yeah, that's the first card. I know. So I'm gonna write it down.
I don't know what to pick. I mean, I'm indecisive right now.
So it's all about you.
Also, I record my readings, so whenever you have a reading with me, you can always look back at your readings. I'll tell you exactly what card you had, what day it was. Today is the 5th, right?
Yeah.
I write down all my readings. I record them. I interpret them for you. He's good. And I'm gonna be brief. This is not like a full, like my full tarot readings. I go in depth.
8 of Cups. That's his outcome.
If he doesn't listen to me. This is a good card for you for your first card. This is Aquarius energy. This is air energy. Swords is air energy. This is using your mouth, using your truth, telling your truth. Right now, you are living in your truth. Or there's going to be a woman that comes to you that will show you your truth. Like will speak to you and so directly and clearly, like whatever direct communication you get from her, she will impart some form of wisdom onto you. She's a very strong female and she speaks very blunt. She's very clear spoken. She does not hide around words. She does not mince her words. Okay. So,
Queen of Swords and King of Swords?
She's gonna find you. This is a coupling. Whenever you get a king and queen in a reading and they're across from each other, this woman is going to influence you very directly. As far as like you opening up and living in your truth, but also helping you realize things around you that are dead weight. But I'm gonna get to that in a second. So
damn, I never had a king and queen in my reading.
So if you are talking to a woman right now, she's going to impart some wisdom onto you. That woman is going to change your life. It might not even be romantically because the only romantic card in here is the Eight of Cups, but that's not a good card as far as romance. That's water energy, so this is feelings and emotions. But this is if you don't listen to me. Okay? So let me get into that. So this is your first card, which is your present. So there is either a woman around you, she's very sharp tongued. Like she do not hold her tongue for no one. This could even be your mom. This could be your mom or a very strong woman in your life that you look up to, that you admire in some way, shape, form. And she speaks to you and her words are very influential to you in your present right now. She has a very direct, strong influence over you. Okay, so in my tarot readings, I also like to do what's called spirit cards.
Yeah.
Yes, this is a woman. This is a very, very powerful woman in your life. I'm going to tell you why. There's two queens that just came out. The energy of my reading for you right now is the Queen of Pentacles. So this woman is also very wealthy. She will impart wealth onto you and she's very stable and grounded. So she may be an earth sign.
This is mind-boggling.
Do you know anyone in your life?
She could be a Capricorn, Virgo, or a Taurus. But she's very stable. Like she probably has a good job. She probably is very stable. Like she's very responsible.
End of December or towards the mid to end January.
Yeah.
Taurus would be end of April to like mid to end May, and Virgo would be end of August to mid to end September.
And because of this, I'm going to tell you why I know that this is a very strong, stable, truthful woman. Like she's a very resourceful woman too. Is because Pentacles is twice. There's two forms of energy in here. So this is very strong energy. This is your energy right here, the air energy, but there's a lot of earth grounding money energy in here too. So this has to do with money. And this woman, all right, so my advice from tarot is with this person, you need to stop being so stingy with your money. You are very stingy.
Don't nobody want no stingy man.
You are very stingy. You cling to things.
Stingy, sir.
You're probably a possessive person.
I ain't stingy.
You're probably a possessive person.
I ain't stingy, Michelle.
You're probably a possessive person. Okay?
The cards ain't looking like that. The only man that I know for sure ain't stingy is Scorpio man.
I ain't stingy.
Scorpio men are the king of tricks. Listen, future Scorpio men are.
They're not stingy.
They're not stingy. They trick. Listen, Future literally says in almost every other of his songs how he buying bitches APs, how he buy bitches cars, he be paying for bitches bodies.
And Drake too.
Drake is a villain.
I'm a daddy's girl. My dad's Scorpio.
And Scorpio men take care of their women in their life.
Take care of their women. That's why I don't play around with my dad. Listen, if somebody interested in my dad, I'm eyeing you. I'm eyeing you for real. Like, I'll fight you.
Okay, so let me finish telling him his
last two
cards.
My daddy.
Yeah.
You can be stingy, but don't be stingy with
so that's Tarot's advice.
I'm not stingy,
it's
man.
Stop being stingy with your resources. Share, because this woman is going to impart so much wisdom on you. Don't hold it all to yourself. Don't hoard it. Don't be possessive of it. This is something that is going to be fruitful for you in the long run financially. But by you holding it, you will literally starve your own resources. You will literally starve yourself. You're trying to hold on to all the shit. You cannot hold on to that.
Let that car go.
Yeah, if you didn't let it go, let that car go. Let it go.
I'm about to throw this mic. What the fuck? I'm about to throw
this
goddamn mic.
If you listen to my advice, the outcome from my advice in tarot would be you would become the King of Swords. You would be able to speak your truth. You would be a very assertive person. You would be very, you would live in your Aquarius truth, basically. You would be able to thrive in that, in your authenticity. And you'll be a person that people look to as far as an authoritative figure. The King of Swords is actually one of the most powerful kings because he's the only king in his picture with dead shit around him. All the other kings are like slow-moving or assholes, like the other signs. Whereas he is a king of truth, justice, righteousness, balance, and things like that. because air signs are all about intellectual shit. They don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Emotional shit is out the window. All that, they don't think in emotions. They don't live in emotions. You live in logic. Like you're like, yeah, you can tell me that. You can tell me whatever, but I need to see this. I need A and B to make C. 1 and 1 to make 2. I cannot put this together and not compute. The math ain't mathing to me. So if you,
I want to cry right now.
oh my god. So
I ain't want to cry on the pod.
Black men is okay.
So I'm gonna say this.
I tell them all the time.
This is a channel message from my spirit.
Nah, because this
whatever
is
y'all do, whatever y'all
right
do with this podcast, do not be stingy with it. Expand yourselves in any way. If you know anything, or if you have resources, even with you with the CDL course, like anything that anybody imparts on y'all as far as like opportunities, even if y'all don't bounce on it, take it and write it down and like even put maybe 5 minutes into it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, try to connect those things together. You will go far. You will be the people that people will come to. Like y'all will be the people that people will be like, I need to get in touch with this man for this thing.
And it's happening a little bit for us.
But
people are.
Yeah. If you don't listen to my advice, which is the last card, you will be the 8 of Cups. You will leave with regrets. You will have to walk away from whatever you're doing and start over again. And you will be immersed in your feelings because a lot of that will be in your feelings. You have to live in logic and not in your emotions and understand that you cannot possess nothing. Everything in life is temporary. This is a simulation. Like, just enjoy the moment, share what you can, share the wealth, because even if you don't get on from that information, you put somebody else on. And by that person getting on, they will never forget you. You know how many people have started things that I like to do that I stopped doing and they've branched off and they come to me and be like, you inspired me to do this. I have more messages of people in my inbox telling me how much I've inspired them to do things, to watch things, how they will come to my page and watch my story because I inspire them, because of the things I talk about with them. And I'm not on social media, all I do is crack jokes and post about astrology. Like, so people will be like, because you are just being you, reading tarot cards, being you, or just being yourself, I can reach out to you and talk to you about something, and you don't come off as judgy, or I don't have, like, a lot of people think, like, when they meet me, they judge me, they think I have a pretty girl complex, like, where they're like, oh, she probably stuck up, and it's like, when you talk to me, I'm really down to earth. Like, I feel like I'm a resourceful person in my own way, so, it just goes off of, like, if you can share something with people, do that. Don't hold on to nothing. By being possessive, greedy, and stingy, you will lose out, and you will end up walking away from shit thinking you lost everything and have nothing to show for it. Versus if you live in your truth, speak your truth, and you don't have to agree to everything that people tell you. That's another thing with this. This is about asserting yourself and being clear in communication. Be clear with your demands, your needs, your wants, what works for you and what doesn't work for you. So if something is not working for you, say that shit. And that's what this woman, maybe I might be the woman who's imparting this knowledge on you. Say that shit. Say that shit with your chest.
I tell you all the
right.
Yeah. And you also need to rest too. Take a minute to rest. Like, take some time out for yourself.
I tell you all the time, bro.
Take some time out for yourself. Like,
I even started doing stuff with the pod.
Don't live holding on to possessions thinking that you're gonna, like, you have to have these possessions. Live and be like, fuck it, this is my life. Like, you go outside, God forbid, and get struck by lightning tomorrow, and that'll be the end of that.
But I tell them all the time.
What have you put onto the world?
I tell them all the time. I even started doing stuff with the pod where I make sure I ask them stuff because, like, tell me, let me know, nigga. We in this together. This ain't just me. I don't make every decision by myself.
And off the record, me being a podcast co-host, like me being a former co-host, like, I think you're like, you give me more host layback, like, editor, like how my host.
Yeah, that's why I'm an editor.
And he's like the co-host, like the personality thing. Yeah. You have to have that. You have to have the balance. You cannot have two personalities on there because that will clash. So with this being said, with y'all being balanced, I've been on a couple podcasts and I've sat in on my own podcast as well with a co-host, and I can tell y'all this: chemistry is everything in a podcast with y'all, and y'all have that. So I feel like as y'all grow, like, what works for y'all work for y'all. Y'all might not even have to ask questions. Y'all could just have guests and do things and be interactive with them and talk to them and work with them.
He's learned that because at first he wanted to do trending topics and what's going on now.
But you can
and now he sees
too.
we do that too, bro.
I don't make.
He wanted to make it the focal point, and I'm like, nah, we could talk about the stuff, but this is an easier, more efficient way for us to do this. So let's do it this way.
Yeah, I feel like with him finding his niche. Remember, I told you his Jupiter's in.
Can I tell you something? You're long-winded. No, I'm fucking with you, but can you do my readings?
Yeah, I will.
Wait.
Oh, well, finish his. Is he done?
No, I'm done. He's done.
EYE of Shell Vision.
Shit.
It's on Facebook.
I'm gonna put all the links in the description.
Okay.
Y'all go tap in.
I have a 5 out of 5 rating on my tarot page. Like, all my reviews are 5 stars out of 5 stars because with me, and that was not even an in-depth reading. That was literally a summarized reading, like, of just basic, like, your energy right now. So.
I found some shit out from her reading. Like, I found some shit. I did an in-depth reading and I found
Remember, you told me nothing. You told me nothing before this reading. I literally just imparted this knowledge onto you from this reading.
Tell them all the time, man.
So do you want to do the same? Do you want to do the same thing like him?
No, I'm since you did this way, I'll do the other way.
You sure you want to do the 3 card? Because I mean, the 4 card for me is fun for me.
Like, I like the 4 card too.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do this one for you too. Like I have my stones down. Listen, tarot is my life for me. Okay, like this is literally like my second skin. Like
I just meant because he picked them. I'll just do the other way.
You want to do it where the cards fly out. So what I'm going to need from you now is I need you to focus all your energy onto me. I need you to focus your energy onto what. Don't say nothing to me about what you want to know. I'm gonna just go off your like. What did I do with him? The present. Because his energy was put when he picked the card. That was his energy. And it's funny how he picked that card blindly, his present card blindly. He literally plucked it, and she had to stop him and say, wait.
Yeah.
And your present card was literally somebody who was going to tell you, like, hold up. Like,
look at that. Look at God.
Like, this woman's going to check you.
Look at Michelle.
Yeah. Michelle's an air sign. Michelle's an air sign.
Look at Michelle.
Out there. You said you want to get pregnant.
Oh, my God.
He wants another kid.
Oh my God!
Look at God.
Let me tell y'all something.
I'm trying
to get her to come to speed.
Yo, camera. Look at Michelle though, for real.
Okay. If y'all could zoom in when y'all edit this on Michelle, like I want y'all to actually, when we're done, we're gonna take pictures. I want y'all to see the bad bitch that came out. She came all the way from Somerset County. Okay. I stand for my friends. I stand for my friends. Listen, if I can make a love connection, let me just let y'all know. I hooked up Mark Booman and Iris.
What's the Bacardi and
Ginger Ale? Okay.
How about his number?
I'm cute. All right.
How about his number? That's
okay. Don't worry, I'll slide on that. Y'all didn't give me your number when y'all hit me up. Let me slide on that. Okay.
I'm gonna give Michelle number after the pod.
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
Leave him out of here.
And even if y'all don't part romantically, having us as friends, we are lit bitches. Okay, let me say.
Oh yeah, of course. I was trying to see what y'all doing after this.
We are vibes. We literally are doing nothing. It's Friday. I'm off. I'm trying to vibe and chill. I'm gonna have to get my sister. I promised her that she can come out with us.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna text you. She's coming with us. I just have to.
Where you going?
Nowhere. We were gonna chill on my back porch. So if y'all want to come over to my house, chill on my back porch. It's cold though. Like,
it's cold.
Yeah. Yeah.
We get some Casamigos.
I'll drink. If y'all drink Casamigos, I'll drink with y'all tonight on everything.
I'm gonna hit my boy up.
I'm gonna make it easier for you because pulling, like letting the cards fly out is gonna take a little while. I'm gonna let you pick your 3 cards.
Okay,
but the next time I do it, you can pick 4.
Yeah. Listen, we about to. All right.
So while y'all are talking and so if anybody want to run out to get the Casamigos after this, they can. New Jersey is a buzzing state. Maybe trying to stop their liquor. So there are. So remember, there's 78. Okay. Listen, I've been trying to get on this podcast for a minute too, so I'm trying to soak up my opportunity. Okay. Okay. So this is your present. I'm not gonna do nothing with it. This is the advice.
He's the illest. I swear to God, this guy's the realest, man.
He is.
He's my dude.
That's his cancer energy.
Yeah.
His Aries rising was like.
Guy,
he was like, fuck it. I'm gonna see.
Listen, my friends.
He's an Aries rising.
Oh my God.
He's Aries rising. He got straight to the point.
Be up by myself.
Yeah, he got straight to the point.
Friends with me.
Yeah, he got straight to the point. So let me tell you something. Right now, this reading that we're about to do is about redemption, about justice. There's something that there's going to be redemption for, or you feel like karma is about to happen for something or some situation that has just recently happened. So there's some situation that you feel like you're about to get your justice for. So let's see what's going on. Family life. You walking away too. That's the advice from that. Let that shit go. Oh, okay. All right. So there's a lot of water. There's a lot of water, and there's 2. All right. So this is the thing. He didn't get any major arcana cards.
You said a lot of water energy.
It's literally cups.
But
he literally has cups. His
Scorpio.
His girl is a Scorpio. So this reading is probably have to do with something with her, with something that either one of y'all or both of y'all feel like y'all wrong.
What was these 3? That was like a family.
That's a family. This is a good card. This is actually a very good card.
Oh.
Okay.
So, and yes, it is about her because the Queen of Cups came out. This is emotional fulfillment. So whatever you did, you better make it right. So let me just.
Yeah, because I know you did something.
I ain't do nothing. I don't do nothing.
It's not nothing serious. Let me just let me just put that out there.
Even if it's small, even if you forgot to take the trash out, okay, you a Cancer.
It is something like a thing, right? Straight off top.
I don't want your mic hanging like that.
Michelle, hold on. Let me put this. Okay, there we go. Oh, it's just gonna hang. It's like a loose stick right now. It's like you gotta put a little work on it to make it sit up a little bit.
This is the energy.
It need a gas station. It need the gas station pill. What? This shit tight. Good in it.
That gas station pill is necessary for this one. I'm
going to rewind that what you just did on that mic.
Please rewind it and do the sound effects. Do the sound effects.
We are. That was fucking fun. I'm so wide, dog.
Please, Michelle, stop giving them sound effects. Stop giving these niggas.
Oh, we hanging up. No, fuck the bullshit. Hold on. Okay. Everybody, fuck that.
Straight
what are you talking about?
There you go. Let me give it to you for you. Okay, hold on. Yeah.
I had this number since we was 15.
Right. And I've never forgotten it. And your phone number has been saved in my phone since every iPhone I had since I was 21. Oh shit! You want emojis on there too with her? Yeah, you want Aquarius? You need emojis with her. Hold on.
I'm doing too much.
No, stop.
No, emojis for Aquarius is too much. You don't put emojis.
You have to earn emojis with Aquarius, which is dumb as hell to me. Like, bitch, you give me all the Aquarius. You take them off like Hangman. Like as I fuck up, take my emojis off. You feel me? Like,
that's me.
All right. Okay. So you're present right now. You are immersed in your family life. You are probably a family man. Everything right now you do is for your family. It's for the betterment of your family. And you feel like right now you want to connect emotionally with your family. So that's your main goal, focus thing. Like everything that you're doing right now in this moment in time, in your present, is about your family. But what I'm going to need you to do is I'm going to need you to let go of anything that is not beneficial to your family. That is Tarot's advice to you. Both of y'all need to let go of something emotional that is emotionally blocking y'all from moving to the next level. Just walk away from it. Let it go. If it's not serving you, and that could be anything. That could be maybe even thoughts of self-sabotaging thoughts of perfection. Because a lot of people, especially our generation, we feel like we have to be like the perfect thing or put out the perfect product. Let that go. Just be yourselves. Be authentic. Whoever fuck with you, gonna fuck with you the long way. That's
like you said about the CDL thing. Like,
yeah.
Forget about being perfect. Be yourself, and you're gonna.
And I feel like you would be a good teacher. I feel like for you would be a good teacher for people because you seem like a patient person. Like you talk very, eloquently. Like you talk slowly. You make sure people understand you. So I feel like let go of anything that is holding you back, that is no longer serving you. The only reason why I say justice and why I feel like it has to do with your family is because this also has something to do with maybe something emotionally that is hindering you guys. Maybe there is some disconnect in your love life that you both are holding on to. This could be pride. It could be certain things. But emotionally, just let it go and be fully vulnerable and invested because I feel like whatever the relationship you have now, even with your kids and your whole family. So this is your whole lineage from your parents to your, like people around you. If you have siblings, like your whole family, invest in your family because those are the people that are going to be your biggest supporters in your life. You are a family man. That is you. Cancers are literally about family. Like y'all nurture y'all family bonds before anything, even your friendships. Y'all treat y'all friendships like they are your family. Y'all don't call y'all friends. They are your siblings. This is my brother. Like Cancers, y'all are about loyalty, and once you rock with people, that's your family. You don't look at them as nothing other than family. So that's just that. So if this may even have to do with like friendships, but nurture the bonds around you and let go of bonds that are not serving you, and let go of thoughts and things that are blocking you from reaching your highest goal. Now, if you listen to my advice, this is the Chariot reverse. Now, this is what I call a major arcana card. And I say pay attention to these two cards. These are big face cards. These are life-altering events. These are just emotional, like, regular suits. But these cards, they come out when you need to really pay attention. So this outcome from me giving you this advice will change your life. I feel like in your life, the Chariot is all about control and balance. I sent this card to her the other day. It's about control and balance and having control over your life. You need to let go of the fact that you're controlling your destiny. You need to understand that your destiny was pre-written for you in the stone a long time ago. Nothing you do can fuck that up. You need to let go of that idea because I feel like that is probably what is hindering you. You hold on to the fact that you need to be in control of every single thing that you do around you. And you need to let go of that idea that you can control everything and let the horses that are riding your chariot carry you along the way. They will not lead you astray. Horses do not run blind. They run in a path. They go directly. They know they can sense danger. Your guides will not lead you in the wrong way. They will lead you to nothing but success if that is your destiny. And if you need to learn lessons, they will teach you that. And they will continue to teach you that. So whatever justice and retribution you need to get from that, whatever karma or law or things that you're applying, discipline that you need to apply to yourself, apply that to yourself now. Otherwise, if you do not, you will be immersed in your emotions. The Knight of Cups is all about emotional manipulation. This is someone who is he moves around a lot. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That is true.
Did I tell you I'm going to cry?
He's EYE of television.
So not what I call immature energy. So I feel
you felt that shit, right, bro? You better than me. I couldn't let my tears out, bro. I felt.
He's a Cancer, so word times like
I could not let my shit out. I felt that shit.
I fuck with that. That's why I fuck with Cancer, because Cancer be real. They let their emotions. They let their emotions do. They again. Cancers do not weaponize.
I'm fucking my man, yo.
He does not weaponize his emotions. They are pure emotions. They are pure, real.
Yeah,
emotions.
man. I felt that shit, yo. And y'all can always come back to me for regular readings off like record, like anytime. Like you was good, man. So, we shout you the fuck out, man. So, shout her out one more time. You do it the best.
Yeah. I have Shell Vision.
Okay. Facebook. Okay. I don't have Instagram. Yeah.
People, she brought tears to my eyes.
Yeah.
Fucking tears to my eyes. It's so true.
You will be underdeveloped emotionally. You will make a lot of rash decisions that will hurt you in the long run if you do not heed this advice that they're giving you. Let go of things that don't serve you emotionally, that have no purpose for you, because they hinder you, really, honestly and truly. And even with the people around you, like you're a family person, so you love people that love you. And I feel like sometimes like we try to reach people and people don't give us the love that we deserve. Like some people don't give us that. Fuck them. That's it. That's as simple as it gets. That's as real as it gets. I'm a bold person. Fuck them. If somebody don't fuck it with you, or you're pouring into a cup that is empty, and you feel like you're pouring into this situation, fuck them. Let them go. Walk away from it. The best thing to do is walk away from it, because if you don't, you will lose control.
I just recently did that with a couple people.
Yeah, and this could be, you can let go of lifelong friends.
Hold on, let's backtrack. You're a Cancer, right? You're
Capricorn.
I'm a Libra. We just went through a retrograde
that retrograde was wild as fuck.
Aries is the cardinal sign, right?
Yes. So Aries, all the last retrograde fucked us all up. I'm not gonna lie to you. The month of October was a fucking shit show.
We talked about earlier, that happened during retrograde.
All of the bad shit happened during the retrograde.
Bad shit happened during retrograde. Like, so whatever happened to you between like September.
I feel like you got clarity during that situation.
Yeah, I did.
You got clarity. You got your justice. That's what you got.
You gotta trust yourself. You gotta trust your intuition.
But I want to hear what he was gonna say about the situation, like with the,
with the cut off people. So, well, a situation happened with.
You don't have to go into full detail.
Yeah, but a situation happened, and a person that I grew up with, who I thought was real close with me, kind of showed me really fuck with me like that. So I let it go. But that's something I ain't gonna say like, if I feel like I'm reaching out too much, I stop.
And that's another thing that you do.
Like that's the Cancer in me, because I'm not showing more love than you're giving me back. Yeah. Even him, it's my boy. Like, if he don't call me in a couple of days, I won't call him.
And that's fine. But he doesn't take it personally.
And then it go right back.
Does he take it personally when you?
He don't take it personally.
Aquarius, this is the thing with Aquarius. They don't look at shit like that. They don't. They're like, hey, like but they're like out of sight, out of mind type people. Like
but he has told me like, damn. I ain't seen you in a week.
Like, like life happened. Like, but hey, what's up, money? Like, they'll think about you and be like, yeah, hit you up. My friends do that with me. I don't call nobody, really honest with you. If I call you, it's either I'm going through some shit or I really am missing you in a long way. But my friends will call me on a daily basis. I have a rotation of people who call me, because my friends know if they do not call me, they probably will not hear from me. And it's not because I don't fuck with them, I'm mad at them, or we're beefing. It's just simply because I'm literally out of sight, out of mind. Like, I'll be moving. I'll be at work doing a million one things. So you have to know. You have to discern that. That's a part of using your discernment and letting go of shit that don't serve you. You were pouring into a cup that was empty. You felt that. You knew that in your soul. You were like, this energy is not being reciprocated. You know the people who you can go 3-4 days, even a month not talking to, but you hit them up, the love's still the same, versus like, it's like, this is kind of funny. Like, it's kind of stale. Like, I'm not feeling this.
Let me ask you something. Your last interaction, did you reach out to them?
Yeah, I reached out to them. Mm-hmm. And then they never reached back.
You knew though before reaching out that.
Yeah.
And that's what that retrograde was showing.
Was like that.
That retrograde was showing.
That I ain't gonna lie, it was. I've said that to the person or a couple people. Hey, y'all never called me. Why would I call you? I ain't hear from you.
But if you keep saying,
you're so used to me calling you.
Yeah.
Like, what's up? Like, I don't need you, nigga. Like, you're a whole dude. Like, what the fuck do I need you for?
Yeah.
I got other niggas that I'm cooler with. You know what I'm saying? Like.
But some people like to use time. People like to use time as like an excuse to like be a shit friend to you sometimes too. Yeah. Like they'd be like, "But I've been your friend for XYZ years. I don't give a fuck if you was my friend since I was born. Bitch, act right. That's right. We grow up. We change. Change is the only thing that's constant in our life. Change and death is the only thing that's guaranteed to us. So if you cannot meet me at the level I'm at right now and be the friend that I need you to be right now, not the friend that we was in middle school, like I need you to be my friend and understand my needs, respect my needs and wants, and respect me as a person and respect my growth now, you cannot meet me at that. You do not need to be in my life. You do not need to be in my circle. I have a lot of childhood friends who I have no beef with, but they can never access me now at the level I'm at now because they don't understand me. They want to meet. They would rather bring me back to who I was years ago. They always try to be like, oh, you know,
elevating. Yeah, you're right.
You know, back in you used to be like this back in the day. Like a lot. I'm not gonna hold you. You guys see how strong my personality is now. I wasn't a strong person coming up. Like I blossomed into being this. Like a lot of people now tell me I'm cocky, but that had to come. And a lot of people from my past cannot accept that. They want me to be the same, you know, low self-esteem, self-loathing, like, you know, crack a joke, people-pleasing ass person that I used to be before. And they cannot meet me at this level now. They would say like, oh, you too cocky. You too full of yourself. Like you conceited, or you know, you acting funny now.
Still too humble. I know that you're not necessarily humble. I feel like
I'm humble in certain ways.
On such a high pedestal that a lot of shit.
I need them to take me off the pedestal though.
Like, no.
I need y'all to take me off the pedestal, but
no.
I'll say that to say that like a lot of people will refuse to meet you at where you're at because they are secretly in competition with you. They feel like certain blessings that you have been blessed with, that should have been them. So a lot of people come into your life, don't come into your life to be your friend. They come into your life to keep tabs on you to make sure that you don't do better than them. And they thrive off of when you're doing bad. That's when they really want to be the best friend to you. That's when they start showing up for you, being there for you, because they're thriving in the fact that you need them. A lot of people want to feel like they have something over you. People love one thing that is destined to mankind is power. We crave power. So even if you can have power over a person, their mind, their whatever, finances, whatever, like people try to have power over you in many different ways. Old friends will try to have power over you with time, with loyalty. They'll throw loyalty over you in the long run. Like, you really just fucking with all these new niggas. Like, I'm the realest too. You can't trust these new niggas. Like, no, my new friends prove their loyalty to me in a short period of time. They prove themselves to me. They continue to prove themselves to me. They show up for me.
I got a friend, my boy Ty.
I encourage people to make adult friends.
My boy Ty. When I was going through some shit with my mom and shit, and I was getting kicked out the house and shit, he put his neck on the line for me and let me stay with him. I don't got to talk to him every day. I don't got to talk to him for a week.
Right? Yeah.
But if I show up, it's like we've been talking every day. Sometimes I go days without talking to him, just so when I see him, we got so much to talk about.
Yeah.
Because it's, you know what I mean? Other than that, we just chill, and it's the same shit.
But that's
we have to sit around each other for a half hour and not talk.
Yeah. You know, I said something come up, don't talk to them.
And we talking for the next hour and a half. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just a natural friend. Me and him, I call him sometimes, and we share ideas. Look up, we on the phone for a fucking hour.
Yeah.
But that happens when you have authentic bonds with people. You can tell when you have an authentic bond with somebody versus like you kind of like that's why I always tell people. A lot of people, like especially cancers, and I want to say a lot of us cardinal placements, we have to start. I say use the Capricorn hierarchy of placing people in their category, like to know who you're fucking with. Like, this is my family of friends. This is my friends who I consider family. You aren't these. You have to discern like this is acquaintance friends. So you give certain energy levels to them. You give them certain information. But you have to discern that like at the end of the day, like I cannot treat you like you're my best friend and you're an acquaintance. I cannot like I always tell people.
So you're not understanding that
your relationship.
You have to explain it.
Distinguish your relationship. Like my coworkers are not my fucking friends. They are my coworkers. Yeah. We are employed by the same employer. Y'all, we get this weekend. Y'all not my friends. I don't tell y'all nothing personal about me. We kiki, but after that, like that's it. I go home. I don't want to talk to y'all. Don't text me, nothing like that. Like I'm not gonna say I haven't met coworkers that have become my friends because again, with authentic bonding, you can meet people. And work is where you spend most of your time. So you do spend a lot of time. So work for adults is where you meet most of your friends too. So you have to discern that though, because there are people in your job who will just try to get to know you, to try to get dirt on you, to try to hurt you. Because again, with power, people try to use things as leverage against you. But that's all. The key word there is discernment. Just discern the energy. Even if outwardly a person says I'm a snake, you won't believe it if they're an authentic person to you. Like, but if someone is showing you in their actions that they are not a trustworthy person, a friend, like I always say, tell me what your relationship is like with your best friend. How do you describe your best friend?
Listen, I got somebody that's in my life. He's known as a snake. Do a lot of shit to people and all that. Mm-hmm. I don't see it. I know him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know him.
But you have to understand.
I know how he is with his kids. I know how he is with his friends. He'll put his neck on the line for somebody that's
towards his friends and his kids. He might still be a snake.
Because listen. Somebody else friends with for like as long as I was friends with her.
Probably even longer. I think it was like maybe a little bit longer. Like maybe like a couple months before I came into the picture.
I've seen them do certain behaviors with other people
But don't put nothing past nobody.
Don't put shit past, because like when shit hit the fan, like
people like that. That's why I said, tell me how you describe your best friend. Yeah, they will.
So somebody's a snake to, even if it's not their best friend. If they're a snake to somebody that they consider a friend or acquaintance, they're gonna be a snake to you, because just because somebody's not your best friend.
My mom told me the best enemy is your friend. You groom your enemies because they are literally will sit by you. Your enemies are never nobody that don't know you. But I was saying that to say this with certain people around. Oh shit, I done lost my train of thought. Sorry, y'all. Where was I going with that? We was talking about the snake friend. I was gonna tell you that you have to discern that with how people describe their friends. This is a thing that I learned. I went to a speed meeting event with all black collectives in New Brunswick. They have a black owned art gallery and they do a speed meeting event. The guy who throws it, his name is Brick City Buddha. He teaches about love, meditation, things like that. So they do what's called speed meeting. A lot of people, when they hear speed meeting, they think of blind dates, but it's really for young collectives like art collectives, teachers. I met a lot of black teachers there, different collectives and like podcast people and stuff like that. Like people who have things going on for them that want to network. You meet other collectives and y'all network there. It's a networking event, but people took it as a dating event because at the beginning of it, you're blindfolded because when you're blindfolded, it takes away. A lot of people judge things on appearance. Yeah. So if you're talking to somebody's mind can be brilliant, but if they're not aesthetically pleasing to you, sometimes you won't hear what they're saying. Yeah. You will not hear it. Like just like if someone's really outwardly beautiful, this bitch could be telling you something that is essential, but because you're so stuck on her beauty, you won't hear it. A lot of men do not hear shit that I be saying sometimes. If I have my titties out or something like that, because they be like, show me my titties.
You could be saying, you know I like to peg every Wednesday on the
They do not hear that. They do not hear that.
Yeah.
They be like, I love that, man. Like, I'm trying to
do that until they find out what you really talking about.
Okay. I got positive messages from family after I put this
Tiger's Eye is a protection stone. So that
I thought that was a chakra.
It's no, Tiger's Eye is a crystal. So Tiger's Eye is it's a multi-use crystal, but it's mainly used for like protection from bad energies around you, and also it is a money drawing crystal too. Like it's a crystal that draws in inner wealth and builds your self-esteem. Like it builds you up like as a person. I was wearing it because I wore that actually. I put that on the day that me and my ex-boyfriend broke up. Like literally, I found out this nigga was lying. He wasn't shit, but I couldn't put my finger on it. What it is. And I told this thing, I'm like, I'm a witch. Why would you want to do shit to me? Like I don't even have to go look for the shit. The shit will drop right in my lap. And what happened? That shit literally dropped in my lap. Like I did not have to look for it. I did not have to search for it. This nigga literally did the ultimate bullshit. So
some niggas don't be believing.
But
what is that again?
That's Tiger's Eye. So I wear Tiger's Eye and Jade together because Jade is about money. Jade is all about wealth. Like money.
Where you get those beads from?
These I got from East Meets West. I buy a lot of my crystals and stuff from East Meets West. You can go mining too. Okay. You can go mining too. Like they have what's called like they have crystal mines in Pennsylvania. Like you can go there if you want to get your own stuff, because a lot of times when you buy crystals in stores, like you have to remember other people's energies. I'm big on energy, so other people's energies may have access to it. So if people who are just buying it and they don't understand that, you can pick up other people's energies. And I be telling people on a daily basis, I be like, watch who even touches you or touches shit that is intimate to you. Like even when you let people in your house, do not let them into intimate areas where your energy is the most. Like if you let people into your house, do not let people into your bedroom.
Yeah.
I'm
big on that.
I also don't believe in letting people into your kitchen either, because your food, what you consume, is in your kitchen. People's bad energy, like you can have stomach problems after people come into your home. I don't eat food that people cook for me if I don't see them prepare it for me. Like I do not do that. I don't drink shit that people prepare for me that I don't see. I don't smoke blunts that I don't see roll. If it's pre-rolled before I got there, smoke that shit. I'm good. I'm not that one of them thirsty ass smokers that be like, damn, I need to smoke. I'm gonna smoke. Like, no. People, even if it's not like race wise, it's still. I ain't
gonna lie.
This pod is
to wrap it up.
Yeah,
let's wrap this up and then go hang out.
It's been great. It's
been
like 2 hours. Yeah, we don't want it to a limit that we might have to cut some.
We can make
it's all coming out.
It was.
It's all coming out. Coming out at once.
So I'll definitely come back, y'all. Invite you back.
Man. Y'all both can come back.
Okay, this is. I'll bring stuff next time. I didn't know what type of energy.
I'll be real. This is the best pod that I've ever had.
I feel like this episode is going to go very far. I speak that on
the reading, the just off the astrological side. Oh my!
Yeah, both are beautiful. It's like what the? I mean, it's like it's great.
Okay. That's what happens when you deal with witches. Okay, we real witches. Okay.
I am so EYE.
Make sure y'all loop that.
But, go ahead, Shout yourself out again.
So I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna shout out a few things. I'm gonna shout out the new morning Scorpio for helping me release all the negative energy from the past. And I'm gonna shout out myself because I'm a lit bitch. So make sure y'all follow me. My face. You cannot add me on Facebook, so don't follow me on Facebook. At my Instagram @_Shelly B. So it's SHELLYYB at Instagram, and I have a Twitter, but don't follow my Twitter. So.
I'm Michelle. A lot of friends call me Mimi. You can follow me on Instagram @MYCHH. It was really a pleasure being here with you guys.
Yes.
Everybody here.
And I'm gonna give an honorary shout out to my other best friend, Kara. She's the createss. She's an animator. So if you guys ever want to connect with her, she animates. She can create y'all logo for y'all. She can get y'all. She can animate.
We need her.
Yeah. She actually does more than animation. She does a lot of things. I'm gonna say she's a digital artist. She's a digital and physical artist. She sculpts, she paints, but she works a lot with digital.
We need her on the pod.
Yeah, we
check her out.
We need her on the pod.
Okay, all right, definitely.
So I want to give an honorary shout out to her. I want to shout out my other friend Tasha. She's a Sag. Sag season's coming up, so I want to shout her out, and I want to shout out my sister Kiana. She does not do social media fame, so I'm gonna just shout her out like that. I ain't gonna put her information out there. Tasha is the boy's mom at in Instagram, and she's Jane Wick on Facebook. So y'all probably know her if y'all from the Trenton area.
Right.
If y'all in the Trenton area. She's Jane Wick.
I'm from
that's my heart right there. People, when they see us together, this is the one misconception before we wrap this up. A lot of people, when they meet me, they think that I'm also innocent. They think I'm a very innocent, pure soul sometimes.
I'm thinking that, but
they always think I'm not. There's nothing innocent about me. If Tasha is my friend, and y'all be seeing the shit she posting, all right, what y'all think? Well, anyway, I'm gonna just wrap it up. I'm gonna leave that at that.
Birds of a feather.
Yeah, not even that. Not even birds of a feather. It's just like minds. We are literally like mind. Like we don't take no shit. Like we literally speak our minds and whatever it is, it is. So y'all, if you don't like people,
but it's been a dope pod.
I'm done. Sorry, I was being real light skinned today.
It's been a great fucking pod. Jeez, if you don't start your pod back up and you don't get your pod,
my YouTube is going.
Get your YouTube. Do all that on Instagram. Do everything you're doing right now. Listen.
I want to tell you something.
Tears.
Can I tell you something about something that we noticed about the pod?
What?
Since we've been bringing people on, because when we first started, it was just friends and stuff like that. But since we start bringing on people that have something going on or doing something, everybody since they left, being on our pod, has stepped their game up.
Yeah.
Everybody, they started putting themselves out there more, or perfecting their craft more, getting it out to people more, or just working harder. And I see that in your future.
Yeah.
I'm not on return.
Maybe I might see a lot of me in the next couple weeks. Who knows?
You don't even realize sometimes, you're projecting energy on people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Every all that is strong. Somebody needs to be just I show, I'm pretty sure he's probably doing some protection shit, low-key. But, we do things, we don't even realize how powerful we really are as people. So really, take advantage of your power.
The power of your platform.
Y'all are powerful.
Yeah. Thank you.
We do it. It's all positive energy here. We want to see everybody grow and come. Get into a bigger bag, man.
Let's go do something, man.
Yeah, let's go get fucked up, guys.
But it's been another episode of What's on My Brain. I'm your host, AC Slater.
It's your boy, comedian Wats.
Love y'all.
Love y'all, man.